The opinions expressed by tonight's guest do not represent the opinions or position of Spaced Out Radio, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with SOR Media. Listener discretion is advised. Here at Spaced Out Radio, we are about to take you higher. Broadcasting from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado to you listening around the world. This is Spaced Out Sunday with host Tessa Nicole Thomas. You can follow Tessa on our Facebook page at Spaced Out Radio, on Twitter at TessaTNT, and you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio for the archive. But we break on command 'cause women rule the world. Buckle up, space travelers. Let the countdown begin.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to go for a ride with host Tessa Nicole Thomas.
I'm such a lucky guy, 'cause after all this time, it's like the deeper I go, the deeper I fall. Said the deeper I go, the deeper I fall.
Good evening, Spaced Out Radio. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on the Rocky Mountain High, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 419.9 in lovely, beautiful Colorado. It is Sunday, October 14th, Monday, October 15th for those of you on the East Coast and beyond, and this is Spaced Out Radio. I hope you guys had a rockin' week, an awesome day, and an even better evening. And I am your host, TessaTNT, and I'm live tonight broadcasting from beautiful Bayfield, Colorado. We are 1,000 strong nightly on Spaced Out Radio Network, spacedoutradio.com, Spreaker, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, as well as Deep Talk Radio, which you can find at deeptalkradio.com. Don't forget, head to our website, spacedoutradio.com, where you can peruse the Spaced Out Radio store and read the encounter online dealing with everything strange, paranormal, and odd. Tonight, I have a treat for all you guys and gals out there. Tonight, we will be talking to and getting to know Mr. Chris Garcia. Chris Garcia is a psychic medium, empath, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, who also has the ability to see auras and has experience with remote viewing. He has had these God-given gifts since the young age of 5 years old. Chris loves helping people and sensitive children with their gifts as well. He is a tarot card reader and a ghost hunter and paranormal enthusiast. He is also a shaman healer and very into his native heritage. So, Chris, welcome to the show tonight. It's so great to have you.
Well, thank you for giving me a chance to be on your show, and it's an honor.
Oh, no worries. I'm stoked to have you on, and like I was saying on the Facebook Live, you had done a reading for me, and it was really right on, and we had been talking about you being on the show for a while, but you know how life gets in the way sometimes, but yeah, I'm stoked to finally get you on here and have you in to, you know, help some of our listeners.
Well, I'm glad to help them, and you know, and we can just go with the show. And I don't know if you want to ask me anything. You're more than free to ask me whatever you want to ask me. And in case if they want, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask you to tell our listeners a little bit more about yourself.
Well, like I said, like she has the bio, but I have the ability to. I'm also like a psychic medium. I have the empathic, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. I also have the ability to see auras. And then I also like to help adults or children that have the gift and give them guidance and, going how to go along with that. And then I also do paranormal investigations on Facebook Live. I've done a few of those with my friend. I also volunteer my services to missing persons cases. So if anybody's listening, I can throw that out there as well. And I actually, for Tessa, I'm going to tell you what's so funny. I actually had my first website because of one of my friends. She actually made it. I gave her a reading. And it's been just amazing journey for me because, I gave her a reading and she set up my first website. I haven't had a website in a very long time, and it just happened just this month. So it's been just a blessing.
That's so awesome, and I'm glad things are, excelling for you and falling into place the way they should. And it's so awesome to be able to have a website and another way for people to reach out to you. So that's amazing.
Yeah. Yep, and I just love to do what helping others and stuff like that. But I just love helping. Whenever I have people like, because I can tell you I've been going on. I've been tested a few times, but I just help people on Facebook Live, and I do that. And then when I get the opportunities to be on radio shows, I love doing what I do. And if I'm not doing Facebook Live, I'm always reading somebody on a personal basis. So it's always I'm always having something to do.
That's awesome. Well, generally when we do the show, we have callers call in the third hour or the second hour. It really all depends on what the psychic is wanting to do. But you had given out the number to several people, and we actually have a caller on the line right now. Are you ready to do a reading?
Yeah, go ahead. I guess go ahead. You can go ahead and do so.
Okay. Well, this caller is from area code 443. Who are we talking to?
Jamie Jones.
Hey, Jamie.
How can I help you tonight?
Hey. I actually tell you something. Okay. My grandmother, I took care of my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to make me cry because they were most like my mom, okay? And I promised my grandfather that I would take care of him.
Okay.
I didn't know he was on his deathbed, and I wasn't allowed to call him dad, a father. I was allowed to call him Pop. So this week has been a real tough week. My stepfather has been going through it a lot, and I would eat dinner with my grandmother. She was 90. And I would tell her, Mom, I'll cook when I get off work. So I thought, okay, I'll have to put it in the crock pot. I'll have to do this. I'm tired. So I would come in. She would call my cell. And she would be like, where are you? What are we going to have for dinner? How long is dinner going to take? I'm like, I'm on my way, Mom. I would come to the back door. And I would be like, Mom, do I have to cook? She goes, no, I cooked dinner. And I'm like, what do you mean you cooked dinner? She says, I cooked dinner. I surprised you. I'm like, yeah, but you can't smell. I'm like, I don't want you burning the house down. She's like, no, I like doing it. So I changed my spot and was sitting in my grandfather's spot. So she would say every night at dinner time, your grandfather's behind you. Your grandfather's behind you. And I didn't want to turn around because I didn't believe her. Well, one night, she's sound asleep in her chair, and I'm laying on the couch. And my grandfather was from the old generation. He was a Marine. He was a jarhead. He would wear a white shirt, khaki pants, and I seen this shadow go and down the basement. And I'm like, no, I'm seeing things. I'm imagining. So he did it again.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, my grandmother's not playing games with me. My grandfather, spirit, is here.
Mm-hmm.
So after I seen that, I never got a chance to tell her.
Yeah. So.
You know, she had Alzheimer's, and
Wow.
she knew who I was the whole time, you know.
Well, that's
And
good.
she lived a good life, and it was getting tough. Family members were getting into arguments and stuff like that. She ended up in the nursing home, and my grandmother was like taking care of a kid. I knew her favorite food. I knew everything. So I went to visit her, and I said to them, they said, she's not eating for us. I said, she loves junk food. I said, do you have ice cream? And they're like, yes. I said, because if I ask her and she says yes, there better be ice cream in that refrigerator. I mean, the freezer.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, do you want ice cream tonight? And she goes, uh-uh. And I'm like, she's going to die. This is
Yeah.
it. This is it.
But,
And I told them, I said, she's on her last legs. And they're
Wow.
like, no. She's not on her last legs. So I called that night to check on her, and they said she's declining. So I'm like, okay, I have more time to see her, you know, and all this stuff. So I'm getting the paperwork because I worked for food service in Baltimore County.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting ready to take some time leave of absence. So I took that day off. And
so what is the question that you? So what is the question that you wanted to know? I know you were telling me the story, but what is the question that you were just telling?
I feel like I have some kind of gift, and I feel like even though they have passed,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they are still watching over me. They're still with me through everything that has happened.
And you're asking me, is this like, because I know I'm listening to a story and it's a beautiful story, and I can tell you one thing right now, that I do feel that, you know, with that story, she knew that, you know, that you said that she had old timers, and even though some people don't remember our loved ones, because some of them they have their days where they remember and then they don't. And I can tell you right now that I do feel her around you.
Okay.
And the thing is that I do feel that you do have that gift. It's just that the only thing with you is that I feel like you don't really expose yourself like out there, because you don't want to be called crazy or nuts or like any other words. But the thing is that I can tell you from what I've done, I've put myself out there.
When I seen the thing, when you put the blindfold on and did that live video with that woman, I said to myself, there's good psychics out there. There's psychics that want to take your money, and they don't tell the truth.
Yeah.
You never been to that place. She was in a different location. You never seen her property.
No, I haven't.
And you knew everything that was there when you went on that walk.
Yeah. And you know what? You're giving me chills, because I'm going to tell you what's so weird. That blindfold that you saw, the people that saw that live, that was to help me sleep. But I said to myself, I'm not kidding you. It was to help me sleep, to try to like close my eyes and just relax. And I'm not going to kid you. That in my head was like, this is not working for me, because the spirits are still bothering me. They're not letting me sleep. And even though, you know, I was covering my eyes because I was trying to meddle, and it did, I ain't gonna lie, it did work. And it was some kind of experience, and I still have it, as a matter of fact. And I've only tried it twice since I bought it. And I mean, I know it's meant for me to sleep, but it's just, I don't know what it was. I guess it was just my calling to say, you know what? I know this is to sleep, but I'm just going to try it. And I even scared myself. Because it scared myself.
Can I say this real quick?
Go ahead.
I normally take medicine to sleep, and I just got home, and I put that message out there, and you, like, hit the little, like, finger, and I'm like, okay, I know who this is. And then I didn't know you were going on the radio. And I'm all the way in Baltimore, and I don't know where this show is. And it is 12:15, and I'm sitting on my front porch with my 2 dogs because I feel comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially after I just went to do laundry, and I found my door, my basement door.
Oh, my God.
And you know what I'm about to say, right? It was left unlocked by my stepfather, and he's in the hospital. And it's been that way for 4 days. And you know somebody could have walked in there and came and stole these dogs.
Wow. That is.
And I know it's like there's things that need to be done at this house. And it's just like, nothing's going to happen. Eventually I'll get the money, but they're watching over and they're protecting this house.
Yeah, and I do feel that too, because I do feel that you're protected. But I'm just going to tell you this: it's just, if anybody tells you that you're nuts or crazy, I'm just going to tell you, don't pay attention to them. Just do what you're calling.
Well, like I told you, I knew my grandmother was dying. Okay, and I got the first phone call, and I was on my way, and I was almost to the nursing home. And I got the second call. She didn't want me to see her. She didn't want me to see her go that way. She told me she was going to get up in the morning and make me breakfast, and she was going to die at lunchtime. And that happened.
Wow. That is just amazing. And I think for some reason, even though you haven't said it, but I kind of felt like you've had dreams before she crossed over, or way before she got really sick to where she was.
There's something, I'm not going to say it. I want to know if you can figure it out. It's on my left arm, and I got it done before she passed. I want to know if you know, if you know what it is.
I want to say you got like a tattoo. It's either of her name, or something that she...
You got that part right, but there's something else around the name, and I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I want to say, for some reason, I want to say a rosary.
No.
Like or a cross or something like. Yeah, or something like that. But it's just what I'm seeing.
It's wings. It's wings.
Yeah.
It's angel wings.
Wow.
I feel, because I feel like I have all these angels. There's like that passed over on my family side. I told them at the nursing home, and the funny thing is, they thought I was crazy, and I didn't care. She literally, it was so funny. The woman, after she passed, the social worker, went into a file to get the number for the funeral parlor. Mm-hmm. The paper was gone. The paper was completely gone. It was out of her file. They could not find it. And she stood in my face, and she couldn't say nothing to me.
Wow.
She was so scared. Like, she's like, I know it was just in here. And I'm like, my grandmother took it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because things tend to disappear, and some people don't have no way of knowing or why, but some things are disappearing. And speaking of that, I'm actually looking for something as I'm doing the show, but it's crazy.
So where's the show based out of?
It's Colorado. That's what she said.
And where are you based out of?
Me? I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, okay. Well, me and you we're just an hour behind. Okay.
Okay. But thank you for sharing the story.
How old are you? Because I heard her before you came on. She said you've been doing this since you were 5 years old.
I've been young. I can just tell you I'm young. I don't like saying my age, about that.
Okay, you'll tell me later.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. But thanks for
Okay.
calling, though.
Okay.
Yes, thanks so much for calling in, and I hope Chris was able to help you out.
Can I let everybody know that I know Chris is a real psychic after seeing the video that I seen on Facebook?
Indeed.
And I appreciate it. Thank you for saying that, and I appreciate it.
He's
And
an
I
awesome
thank
guy.
you for helping me.
And you're welcome.
Yes,
and
he
God
is.
bless. And God bless you.
God bless you too.
Have a good night, and thanks so much for calling in.
You too.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so we have another caller here from area code 918. Who are we talking to?
Hi, my name's Angela.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Angela.
Hi.
How can I help you?
I'm calling from Arkansas. I've had a lot of changes the last couple months. I was just wondering if you had any messages from Spirit.
And what was the question again? I didn't hear you.
I've had a lot of changes this past summer. Just wondering if you heard any messages from Spirit, or I don't know what you call your power, but.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now the thing that I get, that I'm getting like movement. So I'm thinking like from one place to another. So I'm getting like a move or like from one job to another. And I'm getting like.
It feels that way.
And then it almost seems kind of like there's been just a lot of stuff, but health-wise with the weather, and then you've been noticing a lot of weird things lately. That's what I'm picking up from you. Now, is there anything that you're specifically wanting to ask me?
Well, you were spot on about the moving around. Sometimes I go through 3 or 4 states a day. I have 3 or 4 places I stay at. Waking up, I sometimes don't know where I'm at. But my brother and a friend had passed away. I wondered if you had any messages from them.
The only thing I can get is, I don't know why, but I'm getting like laughing. I'm kind of
That's my brother.
Like he had a very good sense of humor. He even had a sense of humor of, like even before his death, like, don't worry, I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
He always.
We laughed so hard.
And I do feel that you miss him a lot because you need that humor, because it's been like, I'm getting like, it's like been kind of dull for you because you need that laughter, because they say laughter is like good medicine. But I do feel that he's guiding you, with all this movement, because I'm getting like for you, I'm seeing like one place you can be in Arizona, one place you can be Chicago. It's like you're just like, it almost seems like you're like I want to say a flight attendant. I don't know why that just popped out. Okay.
A what?
A flight attendant. Like you're always
a flight attendant.
Or something
in my
like
car. In my car, or many different cars, but in this one for a little while. So.
Yeah, well, I kind of get that you're just like a very person that's very on the go, and to me, I see like either a plane or a vehicle like driving, but I see like both. So you're like multiple task, if I said that right? But
I don't fly, but it's hard to. I've moved to the lake in the woods where there's no signal. Like I'm outside of McDonald's right now just to get a signal. This is hard for me. This is hard with this place here. It's hard. So, and I have a child gifted. That's part of the reason why I chose to move out to the boonies, and
but you know what? That's fun.
Better for her.
And I was going to ask you, how old is she? Because I'm kind of getting like she's a teenager, but she could be old.
She's 15.
Well, that's what's funny, and what you would, and with that movement that I was saying, I think you doing that, moving into like the woods and stuff like that, that's gonna get her in tune with nature. Okay, I'm getting like a bunch of trees. I'm getting beautiful mountains. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't know why I'm getting that. And then
Oh,
I'm
it is
getting
beautiful.
like the climate is beautiful. It's just unbelievable. And then I'm getting like the grass is green like I've never seen it. In my head, I'm seeing this as it's going along. And then I'm seeing like a stream of water, like a lake or a river.
Yes, we have a boat slip. I mean, we're on the lake, on the banks, but I go up to the church parking lot sometimes
Mhm.
to use the phone because it's hard to get signal there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I look up, I'm going to see someone with Bigfoot, and sometimes I see flashing lights. There's no light out there. No, there's some lights out by the church, but
Well, I'm going to tell you
this is
why
a paradigm for me switch.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's funny. Okay. Where are you calling from again?
Well, I'm in Arkansas right now. I have a place on Beaver Lake and a place on Grand Lake, which is in a different
for
state.
some reason with this out in the woods, I'm getting like the word portal. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. You could call it that.
And I'm getting like it's like a place to where there's a lot of activity, and I want to say, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm getting a lot of ETs. Okay, I'm getting a lot of ETs.
Possible.
And then seeing like a lot of strange lights above the sky, and
it's for a brief second, all of a sudden there's light, like it's from outside, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Just for a brief second. It's not what I would think it would be like in the movies, it hovered over my head. Nothing like that has happened. But it definitely feels like a portal. I feel like I'm in this paradigm shift. It's strange.
But you know what you can do? We can keep in contact because I don't know if you're friends with me on Facebook, but if you want to have like a personal session, we can do that. And then
And you're in California, is that right?
No, I'm in Texas. Texas,
okay.
Yes, I'm in San Antonio. I do have a phone number too, but I don't know if you can find me on Facebook or.
Oh, I will.
I can probably even give you a number if you have a paper and pen, and you can add me if you want to.
Well, the host, she has my phone number.
Okay,
Tessa, can you give the phone number to him? Is it Tessa or is it?
Yeah, what's the
It's such a pretty name.
Oh, thank you.
The 918.
Okay. Let me find it real quick. Okay.
But we can do that off the air, or she can just text it to me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And we can
or
do
maybe
that
if you're up this way, we can look for. There's certain areas that seem to be more active than others, and I was a skeptic. Now I'm starting to think. That there's something going on out there. I'm wondering if they don't have a base or because the lights flash, but it's really quick. But I guess it's because maybe they're just going overhead. I don't know. And I feel like an idiot for talking about it, but I would normally consider those people unbalanced. But now I'm the unbalanced one. It's kind of strange.
But I can tell you right now, you're not unbalanced, and I'm going to let you know that you're very in tune, just like your daughter. And I feel like it runs in your family, as a matter of fact, they're telling me.
Oh, yes. My daughter, she's Katuah Cherokee. She's half. And, I used to do readings professionally, but, it's hard to read myself. And
yes, I know how that is. Boy, don't I know
but
that.
This is a definite paradigm shift. I don't know what's going on the different levels, but something's moving.
And I was
either one of you, do you know what it is?
And I was going to tell you, how you said you were talking about your brother, and I don't know why, but, and this is just, I'm just throwing this out there. Was there something about like something Western about him? Was he like into Western movies, or did he dress like a Western? Yeah, or something like that.
That's a genetic thing. My paternal grandmother was a James from the Frank and Jesse James family. Her mother was Drusilla. And that just runs in our family. The bank robbers, everything you could think of.
Well, then there's something to that, and I keep getting like Western stuff. I don't know what that is, but they're just throwing that out there. They're like say Western, and they're and like he's
She's
telling
probably
me,
just pulling your leg there, but because like I say, I still talk about him in present tense. He was so funny, but his body just wasn't strong enough he had a quadruple bypass surgery at the heart.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I just want you to know that with the whole message that you were asking me, I'm going to tell you right now, he's with you and he's never left your side. And as a matter of fact, just in case if you didn't know, he is your daughter's spirit guide.
Oh boy.
Okay. So
I'm just thinking of all the drugs he used to take.
So there's going to be a lot of like humor, and I think like even though your daughter, she seems kind of shy. I'm getting like the shyness.
It's been hard on her. Been hard on her.
But I guess it's that she feels like she's alone. But I'm going to tell you right now, if she's with you or next to you, if she's not, you can tell her that she's not alone with this gift. She's not.
I think she's getting more comfortable with it, and I think the woods are helping. But I know we've been talking a while, so.
Well, thanks so much for
I
calling
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing your time with me. I really do appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I do not take it for granted.
No, I won't, and neither do I. I don't take anything that I do for granted. I just love helping people. It's just it brings. I can't explain it. It's just a very, very good feeling.
Awesome.
That's good. All right. Well, thank you. I just hang up or?
Yeah. Just hang up. It's fine. And you have a good night.
You as well. If you know anybody that wants to look for, I don't know, what do you call it? UFO sightings? It's in northwest Arkansas.
Nice.
So, anyway. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right. So our next caller is area code 970799. Who are we talking to?
Hi, is this Tessa?
It is.
Hi, it's Krista.
Hey, Krista, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, it's great to hear from you.
Yeah.
So did you have a question for Chris?
I just seen your post a little bit ago, so.
Is there anything that you wanted to ask, or you just wanted to say hi?
I'm not sure. This is like my first time, kind of like, I don't know, calling in. I feel like I've been kind of out of the loop.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and even though you might not have a question, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now. You might say, "Oh, I've never done this. I've listened to the show all the time." But I'm being told that there's no such thing as a mistake or a coincidence. There's a reason. Even though you might not have a question, but maybe you just wanted to say hi and connect with me. I've always thought, it could be like something so small, but it can be something so big at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. And sometimes you need just to hear the person that you're talking to, so you know that I don't know if it's the right words. I can't think of the words right now, but I just think maybe it's just to kind of like mellow you out, because you've been, you probably had like a rough day is what they're telling me. So I'm thinking just listening to the show, it kind of like just mellows you out, and then listening to her and me together, it kind of like combines in one, and it's like listening to soft music through the night. It's what they're telling me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's a reason I just did it, but I don't know what the reason was.
Can you do like a general reading for her or something along those lines?
The only thing that I can get from her, that even though she doesn't have a question, I'm kind of getting some kind of guidance that she's been seeking. And I'm thinking that basically she wants to know that if I'm being told that she wants to make sure that everything's going to be okay. Because she's had some rough times, and even though she's putting a smile, she has a lot of pain that she's holding in. And it seems that maybe just me connecting and telling her that God is watching over you, your angels are watching you, your ancestors are watching over you, and just to let you know that you are not alone. Basically, you're just not alone. You might feel like you're alone because everybody, and it's so weird because I'm kind of getting like there's been like a lot of death. Is they're telling me like friends and family, but I think it's people that you seem like you've known them forever, and you feel like I'm the only one left, but you're not alone. You're not alone, and you are very much loved. And they're telling me that that you're loved, and if you want to, so if you ever feel like you're not loved, you want to clear that chakra, because I do chakra work too. I would recommend you getting like a rose quartz if you can find one with a heart on it, because rose quartz is for love. So you might feel like you're not loved enough, or you might feel like you don't have love in your life. And if you do, then I'm just throwing that out there. But it's kind of how can I put it? It's like a law of attraction. You wear the rose quartz, you're drawn to draw a lot of people that love you, that you're gonna meet very honest and loving friends. It's basically what they're telling me. And I'm getting like for you to get rose quartz and crystal quartz so you can balance the energy out, because it's gotten a lot of it seems like I'm getting like almost like a Libra in my head. I'm seeing the scale. So it's you have to even it out. And I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just saying what my guys are telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense, because I feel that for where my life is now, I feel like I am in a chaotic spot.
And that's what's
versus
funny.
Where I used to be.
And I feel like you're more at peace with yourself. It's just that there might be some things that you're not reassure. You need to reassure. In other words, calling in, you just need to reassure. I had to reassure you that everything was going to be a-okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like you wanted to call in, and that's why I feel like you wanted to connect. And you said, you know what, I want to see what he's got to say, and that's the reason why you called in.
I think, more or less, I think that's kind of, because it was kind of an impulse thing, that something told me just to do it, and, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did.
And yeah,
I am too. Yeah, thank you.
And you're welcome.
I feel I really did need something like that.
And if you want to follow me too, also you can, I guess, click on the link of Tessa's link, and my name should be on there, and you can add me if you want, so you can follow me, because I also do a Facebook live readings sometimes, so it's kind of so you can check me out and see what else I'm doing, and you can keep up to date. I'm just throwing that out there. Okay.
Awesome.
And you're welcome.
All right. Well, Krista. Thank you.
No worries. You have a good night. It was good hearing from you.
You too. Yeah, you too. Thanks.
No worries. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
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 All right, so our next caller is area code 406. Who are we talking to?
Hello?
You might be muted. Area code 406.
I guess it's because they want to listen. I mean, because that's another thing I was going to tell you, Tess. If they wanted to listen, because somebody was asking me, like, how can they listen? Because they were trying to click on the link. But they said that it didn't let them, and they were messaging me on Messenger. So I don't know if you can throw the people like on the radio waves. You can tell them that, is there a way that they can listen without to ask a question?
Yeah, you can go into the chat room if you don't want to go on the phone and ask a question there. But yeah, the way to get to our show is spacedoutradio.com. Click the show at the top and you'll be able to listen there. You can also download Spreaker.com and look up our show there, and they can listen there as well. And we have all our shows archived and everything, so it's awesome. So do we have area code 406 up yet?
I guess they just probably wanted just to listen, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
Well, then our next caller is area code 970903. Who are we talking to?
This is moi.
Hello, moi.
And if you don't listen to the voice, you'll know who it is.
So, for some reason, I want to say, I don't know who this is, but I want to say this is Dave.
No.
I don't know because I'm just saying because I don't listen to
It sounds like Sir Robin.
No.
But I know that's not the right area code.
No.
But
I've
who am
known
I-
you for quite a long time.
who, me or her?
Her. I was a
Oh, wow.
security officer at the time.
Oh,
Oh,
Anthony.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
It's going fine. I just wanted to see what he had to say.
Awesome.
Was there any question that you have to ask, or are you just wanted to?
Well, no, I wanted to ask because I've had a real hard year.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad passed, and it's been pretty rough.
It's been pretty rough. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what I get. Well, I feel that it's been rough, even though you're still working, but you're trying to keep yourself busy so you can get things off your mind. Okay? And I give you my condolences. I'm sorry that you lost your dad, because to me it seems like, recent. But it seems recent, but then it seems like so long, like it's been like a year. But I'm getting like the word recent, and I don't know why. Maybe that's just the energy that I'm getting from him. And I do get that he was very disciplined. He was very, very strict to a point, but he still was. But he was a good father, and I'm getting that he was wanting you to dream big and to get your dreams when you're young, because as you get older, you start slowing down. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just what they told me to say.
It does. It absolutely does.
That's awesome.
And I'm just getting to that right now as we're talking. I don't know why, but even though I don't sound like him, but I feel like as I'm talking to you, you almost feel like you're talking to him through me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm getting like tears. Like you don't like showing your emotion because you keep to yourself and you're kind of like keep your feelings. But then I'm getting that you shouldn't be. So you shouldn't be afraid to show your feelings. And I'm going to tell you right now that it seems recent, like I said, but it's okay to let those tears out, because what you're doing is cleansing your spirit, your body, and your soul. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. If you need to cry, you can do that. It doesn't make you less of a man. It doesn't make you less of a person. It just makes you feel that you have feelings, and that even though you might be like to other people, you might act like, because you have a tough job, that you don't like showing that emotion because you got to be, tough. But you have to show that sensitive side. And then as far as, I'm kind of getting like, you're looking for love, or maybe you're talking to someone. But I'm kind of getting like there is something going on with that, but you're just not too sure if she's the one for you. And I'm getting the word high school crush. I don't know why they told me to say that, but I'm getting like a crush or a high school crush or maybe a college crush. I can't even say my words right. Sorry. Crush. I can't even say my words right. But it almost seems like there is some connection there. But I'm being told to take it slow. Don't rush it. You know who this person is. Don't push them away, because the more you push them away, the further they're gonna be away from you, because you're not You need to let your feelings out. Does that make sense?
I'm not attentive.
Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, part of it does. The high school thing, I don't know what that's about. I haven't talked to anyone in quite a long time.
It could probably be picking up something in the past, like when you were a child. Because sometimes I get readings and I can go as back as when you were a child. So there could be something there. I don't know. Maybe somebody has been admiring you, but it's just that you just didn't see it that way. You saw them only as a friend. So there could be something with that. But along those lines, I do see that you have suffered a lot, and you're still suffering because you're still like, they're telling me you're still in mourning. Like if it's just boom, like it was just yesterday. What you can do to ease that pain, you can get a white candle. And I don't know if you do this because I know there's people that I do like other type of work, like candle work. I do spiritual, and you can put if you have oil in there, you can put like a solid white candle.
Yeah, and just leave it lit all day and night.
Yeah, just lit it all night and just pray to it, because what that does, it purifies you and it cleanses what pain that you have. So it kind of clears all that negativity and all this bad luck or whatever you want to call it, like all this bad year. Because I'm getting right now that even though we're in the middle of the year and it's like the veil's very thin, the spirits have so much to say because of October. And because I mean they're usually all around all the time. Our loved ones are around, but sometimes they talk more during this time of the month. It's just because it's easier for them and they don't have to use so much energy. Okay, so I'm just throwing that out there too. But along with that, I'm being told that your year is going to do like a 360. And I want to say somewhere around Thanksgiving or Christmas, you're going to see a big change. And I'm seeing like a smile. Like, so I'm seeing like on the other side, there's a lot of smiling. And I'm getting like a lot of clapping, like it's about time. And right now, I feel like you're so down. But you need to pep up your smile and look up for the new year. And whatever habits, because I know a lot of people need to make New Year's resolution, you might need to work on that and try to make the promise and stick to it. And then you're going to see a big difference. A big difference.
I don't want to stop chewing.
That's what I was going to say. Do you chew tobacco?
I do.
Because I got cigarettes in my head. I don't know if you do cigarettes, but I kept smelling like cigar. But I think if you can do that, your whole life will change, because you're going to see like how much money you spend on there and what you can do to make your life better. And I know I'm not here as a psychiatrist to tell you what to do. I'm just here as my guide to tell you that if you want to have things better, because I'm thinking you haven't really let go, and you're taking it out on your body. And that toxic of what the chewing is, that's very unhealthy. But I guess we're human, so I'm not saying that I don't do anything like that, because I don't do any of that stuff. But I know some of us have a different way of dealing with pain, and I'm thinking that you're dealing with pain by hurting your health wise. Does that make sense? But I think if you do change things better, you're gonna notice you're gonna feel a lot brighter. You're gonna start noticing your skin brighter, because right now it seems like I'm getting like your skin's kind of a little bit dark. Like it's just that you're just so, I don't know. It just seems like you're just. I'm trying to meditate on you, so I want to say like you're just scattered with a lot of hurt. And you just don't know who to talk to because you feel that no one's going to listen.
Okay.
And that's all I can get for you at the moment. But I'm telling you right now, your dad is with you. He has never left you. And as a matter of fact, I actually seem like kind of like at times I'm feeling like when you wake up or you're sleeping, you feel like you're being touched or you're being hugged. And I want to tell you right now, that is your dad. That is your dad hugging you. Because I feel like there's times at night where you feel like you're being touched, but it's not like in a touch where you're not supposed, not that kind of touch, but a touch father touch. You know what I'm saying? Like a hug, like he misses you. And I want to say that he cries, even though he's on the other side. But I kind of feel like he feels like he didn't do enough. But I'm telling him on the other side that he did do enough for you. It's just that I feel like he feels like his life was cut too short. But it's not our time; it's God's time. So that's the same thing that he's having to adjust, just like you are, because y'all are. It's almost like I'm getting like y'all were twins in a past life. Y'all look identical. So he could have been your brother. So I'm getting like a brother.
It's kind of funny you say that, because when I was younger, everybody swore up and down I was his brother instead of his son.
well, there's your validation.
We were so much alike. We were so much alike.
And I think like not the habits, but I'm getting like y'all just did the same thing. You had the same things that y'all like to do. Y'all like to be outdoors. Y'all like to you interact with people. Y'all like to, in other words, if you had a shirt, like if somebody was a homeless person, you would take your shirt off and give them your shirt. That's how he was, and that's how you are.
Yes,
you love helping.
That's exactly how my father was. There wasn't a stranger he didn't know.
Yeah, and I see that he helped a lot of people, and God sees that. And God sees what you're doing too, so know that you're not alone and your dad is always with you. Now, if you want to connect more with me, like if you ever need someone to talk to, I can do like, because I'm also I've always told myself that I see myself as a psychiatrist too, even though I don't have the paper, but I know in the spiritual realm I already have it, because I see myself not just as a psychic medium. I see myself as a psychic cop because I do that kind of work. I do like psychiatrist because I know when people cry to me, when they come to their family problems, I do whatever I can with my gift, and I spread myself out that way. So if you ever need someone to talk to, just remember that I'm here for you, and you're not alone.
And I can give you that information, Anthony, if you want.
Okay. And please do so. Yeah, I've been like that. I have a lot of energies. I used to usually help quite a bit of people, just with the energies that I have. And sometimes some people were way too toxic, so I stopped doing it.
Yeah. Why? And I think you can probably still do it. It's just that they're telling me that you're going to be guided to helping the people that are not abusing you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It does.
And I'm going to tell you what's funny. And they're telling me, when is this going to start? You ready for me to tell you what they just said?
Sure.
It's going to start now. It's going to start now. And you're going to be happy. And then for everybody else, that as you start progressing, you're going to start noticing people are not going to want to talk to you no more, because you're starting to open your eyes and seeing what they really want and what their intentions were with you.
What their intentions are.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, and God bless you.
Thank you, Anthony. It was so great to hear from you. I'm glad you called.
Me too. Nice to hear you there.
Yeah, you too.
And please, all of you, be safe. God bless.
And light and love.
Yeah, love and light to you. And big ol' hugs next time I see you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
That might be sooner than you think.
Huh?
Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
Right.
That might be sooner than you think.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, so we have a caller from an unknown number.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello? I don't think that's...
It's Christopher Fisher from Allentown. Sorry about that. I've been having trouble with my phone line.
Huh. What's that in your neck of the woods?
Not much. It's finally getting nice. The weather, not hot and humid.
Yeah, that's good. Did you have a question for Chris?
So how can I help you tonight?
Yes, I do. Had this dream, and it's like the second or third time I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this dream of being around the Italian mob, and it was back before I was alive, the way the technology and stuff I saw. And I heard the slang Red Velvet Gang.
Mm-hmm.
And what is interesting, I even heard the sounds even as I woke up.
Mm.
A really strong connection there.
Hmm.
And it was in New York City there. I have seen the dream I had. I wonder if it's connected to me family-wise.
Well, I hate to interrupt you guys, but we actually have to go to our first break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Looking for nighttime adventure? Old school radio that delves into everything out of the norm? Then check us out at Spaced Out Radio. This is Dave Scott. Every Monday through Friday, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, we're going to take you on a wild ride ranging from conspiracies to true crime and every ghost, alien, and Sasquatch story in between. We're always live, and we're always interactive with you. So join us at spacedoutradio.com, where together, we own the night.
Hey, guess what? You can now get your brand new Spaced Out Radio swag at spacedoutradio.com. We've brought the store back with all new items for you to pick out and pick up for yourself, your family, or friends. T-shirts, hoodies, hats, we got it all. All you have to do is head to our website and click on Store. Choose what you want and it's shipped to you. The Spaced Out Radio store is right there for you. Come shop with us at spacedoutradio.com. Then we can own the night together.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
On the first Tuesday of every month, I encourage you to come along for a journey with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You. Together, we will take a look at how to access the highest expression of yourself and change your life. Consciousness, ET contact, health, and wellness, we can talk about it all. So come along for a spiritual ride with me, Geraldine Orozco, on The Spiritual You, only on Spaced Out Radio.
Coming soon to our website, spacedoutradio.com, is the SOR Space Travelers Club. For just $5 a month, you can get into a private area on our site where you can hang with other listeners in our chat room, post in our forum, and check out a bunch of exclusive content and store that won't be found anywhere else, including a nightly after-show party with Dave. It's going to be the best $5 a month you're going to spend. The SOR Space Travelers, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
If you're heading to Vancouver, make sure you stop by the official bar of Spaced Out Radio, the Moose Vancouver. It's the place to party in YVR. At the corner of Nelson and Granville, the Moose Vancouver is always up to speed with a kitchen staff that serves great food. All food on the menu, $6.95 to $8.95. There's a reason the Moose Vancouver is recognized as one of the hottest spots on the West Coast. Get your horns up for the Moose Vancouver.
Hey, this is Canadian Paranormal Investigator Mike Moore. The third Wednesday of every month, I'll be teaming up with Dave Scott to bring you Ghosts of the Great White North. Each month, we will bring on guests from across Canada to discuss their ghostly encounters. Canada is a paranormal hotbed with stories you've never heard, so we're going to bring them to you. So get comfy on your Chesterfield, grab a donut, and join us, eh?
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
We're bringing scientific thought to the paranormal. Hi there, this is Spaced Out Radio scientist Chris Cogswell. Join me, Chris Zuger, and Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month, where we break down the who from the woo when it comes to everything paranormal. We'll investigate and try to bring sensible answers to those straight and sometimes outlandish questions people have. Hey, not everything has an answer, but we'll do our best. Listen in to Reality Paranormal only on Spaced Out Radio.
Hello, this is your guitar man, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and I have to tell you, I love the response I get for Little Brother is Watching from Spaced Out Radio fans. It's amazing how music can inspire and make people think deeper about what's going on in the supernatural world. You can head over to my website, bumblefoot.com, to check out my music, my guitar workshops, my touring, even check out some of the hot sauces that I'm working on. And make sure you keep on listening, because with Spaced Out Radio, you know Little Brother is watching.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
You can follow Tessa on Twitter at TessaTNT, on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio, and our website is spacedoutradio.com. Now, back to Spaced Out Weekend host, Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Here's a sound again, voices.
Hey guys, welcome back. So great having you in the chat room and wherever else you may be listening tonight. Tonight we have Psychic Chris Garcia, and he's currently reading Christopher.
With other people, it's just like they always find me, and it's so weird because it's just, I guess it's just me being pure and humble, and that's why people connect with me. And the way I read people is like, it's almost like your family to me. It's like your family to me. And I don't, like, once I read you, it's not like I cut you off and like, oh, well, you know, you pay me $200 or however the reading is, or however we, you know, exchange the energy. It's not to where I'm just going to read you and then I'm going to cut you off. It's not even about that. It's always connecting. And that's the type of person I am.
You're a good soul and a light worker. You bring light to this world, just like many of us. We need more of that.
And I appreciate that comment, and I appreciate it. And you can always watch me as always. If you're still my friend on Facebook, just keep in touch. And it was nice talking to you.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. I'm not going to delete you.
Well, keep in touch, and God bless you, and hope I answered your questions. And we'll definitely keep in touch, and we'll talk more about about your past, and you can be more open, and whatever we talk about, it's between me and you.
Okay. I appreciate that. I thank you, and I hope you all have a good and blessed night.
You
Thanks,
too.
Christopher. Have a good night. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. We have area code 484. Who are we talking to? Hello? Looks like it just went dark. So they must have hung up. Area code 281. Who are we speaking with?
I don't know if I can call.
281,
Hello?
are you there? You might have muted your mic. Going once.
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute it.
Oh, there you are. All right. So, who are we speaking with? I thought she was there. Now she's gone.
I know,
Sorry,
that's
I
weird,
can't
right?
hear her
That...
again.
Hi. Hello?
Hi.
Okay, hello?
Hi, okay, this is Cheryl from
Hey,
the group.
Cheryl. Hey,
Hi.
how's it going?
It's all pretty good. How are you? Yeah, I'm a very private person usually, so this is kind of odd for me to do this, on a radio show. But I just wanted to ask a couple of things. One is about my financial situation, and then also I have a bone situation, a health situation about my bones, and then about my parents, because I feel just angry with me, and they're both deceased, but I can't really communicate with them. It just seems odd.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, with the bone thing, with the health thing, I will tell you right now, and I know that you're very private, and I'm just glad that you called, even though you might be private. But I guess it's just something that came over you to call in. So I just wanted to tell you thank you for doing that. All I can tell you right now about your bone is that they're telling me that whoever your primary doctor is or whoever you get checked, I'm being told to get a second or third opinion. Okay? You need to get that checked because they're not telling you everything. Now, as far as your financial stuff, I want to say that I'm getting like I'm actually getting, and I know that, like you said, you're very private, but I'm getting like the word almost seems like bankrupt, and I don't know why they said that because I'm not familiar with that word. I kind of know what it means, but it's just something that Spirit just says words that I don't usually use because with everybody I tune in with different energy, so that could mean something not physically with you, but maybe somebody around you, or it could be you. But I know you don't have to. You don't have to say that. Yes, I'm going through that because that's something personal. But I do feel that whatever financial you are going through, it almost seems like something's going to change. And it seems like you've been waiting for so long. It's not even funny. It's like you've been waiting for a very long time. And I'm feeling like with this financial stuff, it's going to change. And I want to say probably by the end of the year or probably the beginning of January.
Wow.
Okay. I'm getting something connected to that. And then I don't know if you're working, but it seems kind of slow. I do feel that it's going to pick up. And then I also feel like with whatever you're doing, if you are working or if you're not, I feel like some part of you feels like you want to do something else besides what you're doing, like a side thing. And I don't know if there's something to do with, I'm getting like energy, like light work or something like a workshop or something to do on the side, like your own private business along with work.
Wow. Yep.
Does that make any sense?
That makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking of starting a YouTube channel, and but it would be more about, in terms of light work, it would be reaching out through comedy, and lifting
lifting spirits through that.
Mm.
As far as the financial thing, it's the bankruptcy. My brother went through that, but I am certainly not that. But I do feel that I have just been living so like penny pinching for so long, and now I feel that because of some investments that I feel are going to open up finally, and you've nailed it. I have been waiting for this for so long, and everything points to the end of this year. Like,
and I do feel too with the health issue. I think that's been bothering you because it kind of like I feel like they're telling me you're in like a lot of pain.
Well, I'm not in pain, but what it comes down to is that I feel suddenly frail. Like I'm afraid to do things that I normally wouldn't think about, and that is irritating to me and bothersome, and I feel I feel I don't know how to put this, that it's limiting to me.
Yeah, but I think you will be fine. I just think that you need to get a second opinion. And if you feel like, say for instance, if you're going to pick something, like if you're moving or whatever, you're helping people, try not to strain yourself, because I think with the bone issue, you don't want to stress it out or irritate it. So just be careful what you do. If somebody says, well, can you help me? Just say, you know what, I can do these little light things, but I'm not going to pick up that or anything like that, because I do feel that you, even though you might not be in a lot of pain, but it almost seems like I'm getting the word irritated and annoyed because you're very limited to it, because you were not like that. You were very active. But then all this major stuff just changed, and you're like, what happened here? What happened to my all this bone stuff? And it seems like it's just something that you have to adjust to. And I do feel in your prayers that with you doing the YouTube and you validated what I picked up, I feel that your enlightenment your aura is gonna change so much that you're gonna start. You might not know this, but you might even make yourself cry as I'm telling you this. As you make this YouTube or whatever you do, you're gonna give people enlightenment, and you heal them. And what you're gonna receive back is you're gonna get blessings and healed yourself.
Wow.
So it's almost like you're giving back. Because I feel like when I heard you, I feel like you said, you know what, I want to do more. I feel like I need to get out there. I need to do something. I can't just be sitting here not doing anything. That's what I got from you. Like, you just feel like, I got to do something. And then I got almost like I could see you doing, like on the video, and I could see you smiling and inspiring people to not give up and to learn from you that even though you might be limited, but you're still doing something, and you still have a very strong spirit that you're not going to quit just because you might be hurting or in pain, but you have a very strong spirit. So that's going to be a big inspiration for maybe like handicapped people or people that have disability. You're going to inspire a lot of people, and I don't know if that's what you needed to hear, but that's what they're telling me, that you're actually going to make yourself cry, because you're going to be proud of yourself. You're going to be very proud of yourself.
Well, and part of it is a mental thing, because again, I'm not in pain. I don't feel any of this. It's just that all of a sudden I'm afraid to go skiing or pretty much anything. I have to watch again, I am not in any severe pain at all. Now.
It's just a mind thing. It's just a mind thing, basically.
It's a mind. It's a mental block about I can't. All of a sudden, I can't do that, and that's so not me. And
you know what I was going to ask you? Do you have wind chimes, by the way?
I have a kind of a. It wouldn't be. Yeah, it's a kind of wind chime.
because I was being told that you need sound therapy. Because I don't know if you've heard this. I'll probably message you later. I can ask Tessa to connect with you, because I do have, she can send you links, and maybe you need to do sound therapy. Like, it's almost like, this is what I'm gonna describe it the best way I can. It's like a board, and then it's got like a little thing that's on the frame, and it comes like that, and then it comes with like a ball, and then it comes with a long stick, and you hit it, and you listen to the tones, and that tones is going to be a very high vibration, because I think you need to start working on vibration work to heal yourself and to help others, and it's going to benefit you later down the road, and you're going to say, wow, I should have had this, and you have it in your presence, as a matter of fact. And if you don't have like a bell, you might just try to just, like, if you have a wind chime, just start messing with the bells, with the vibration, and you're going to start getting chills all over your body when you start messing with them.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, that makes sense. And could I ask about my parents really quickly?
Okay. What is the question that you wanted to know?
Yeah, I just feel in my dreams it's always negative, and I always feel as if they disapprove of me, and I kind of felt that in life, but now, I mean, we were close, very close, but for some reason now it's as if they're almost enemies in my dreams. I don't know.
Well, that could probably be something that could be attached to you in this present, or something around them. But I feel like when you were growing up, you were not... I mean, they were your parents, and you still love them no matter what. But I kind of feel like you were, like, mentally abused.
Oh, wow.
And I'm getting, like, that you... And now that they're on the other side, they're emotionally abusing you. Like, they're making you feel, like, less worthy. But they don't do it intentionally. It's just that they were like that in life, and they're like that in death. So they're kind of like very unhappy, and it's not towards you. I think they were just unhappy with themselves, like they could have done a better job.
That's amazing.
And I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm getting very strongly.
That's amazing. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome, and God bless you.
Thanks for calling in, Cheryl. It was so great to hear from you.
Hey, great. Take care of yourself, Tessa, okay?
All right, you too, Cheryl. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so our next caller is area code 406. Who are we talking to?
I don't know. I guess they're trying to listen. I don't know who that is.
406, you may have muted yourself. Who are we talking to?
You can talk if you want to, whoever this is. Just don't be shy. Or if you can just say hi if you want to. It doesn't matter.
Well, we'll move on to the next caller, which is area code 443. Who are we speaking with?
It's Jamie again.
Oh, hey, Jamie. Ooh.
Hi. I've been listening. I got chills after the conversation. I came in, and I always loved animals, okay? And I said to myself, after I had a min pin, and I got it because of my grandmother. And I thought that dog was not going to make it. Till it was like connected, and I thought she was going to grieve herself to death. She didn't do that. She made it to 10. She had a rough life. She passed away in my house. I heard the thump. And my he lived to 16, which was the Canadian Terrier, and he barked. And I was like, no, it can't be her. No. And I beat it myself up because I gave the dog something that had propylene glycol in it. And my mom's like, you can't be beating yourself up. You didn't know it, but I feel like maybe it was just that dog's time to go. So then I grieved and cried because that dog was my buddy. She was my angel.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with taking care of my grandmother. I had to give up my second job.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work, and I know this is Chris, and who is the other lady that is producing this show?
This is Tess.
Tessa?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been listening the whole night, and I didn't think you were going to come back up on me again. And I had my phone muted, and I'm like, this night is just meant to be. I came home from the hospital. I put a thing on Facebook, and like I said before, I seen this thumb. Okay. Didn't even know Chris was going to be on the radio tonight. Okay. I've been doing some homework. I'm very internet savvy. And like I said, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. Okay. And I know you're in Chicago, if I'm correct.
I'm in Colorado. Chris is in Texas.
I'm in Texas.
Okay. I know where you're at, Chris. I remember you. Okay. And like I said, I live in Baltimore. And I was doing some research. I was trying to find the webpage.
Mm-hmm.
And I, tagged everything. I posted it, okay? I seen that you were connected with iHeartRadio. Is that correct?
Who, me or her?
No, her.
Yeah, I like to listen to it sometimes. I've tried other music apps, but I prefer that one.
Okay. Can I let you know that I don't know if you've ever heard of the Miracle of 34th Street in Baltimore, okay? Mm-hmm. I live in Hampton, and I'm not afraid to tell anybody on this show what area I live in. I'm not too far from the Rotunda. iHeartRadio, before it was iHeartRadio, used to be a country radio station, okay?
Oh, wow.
I go to a counselor center on the third floor of the Rotunda, and the people will come out and will talk to me from iHeartRadio. I had a 9-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd dog, okay? He had 4 homes. He was laying in bed with me one night, and he had hip dysplasia. I'm on a fixed income. I don't have a lot of money, but my animals get taken care of pretty good. Mm-hmm. It was just that I didn't have the money to take him to the vet like I was supposed to right. He bit me.
Oh, no.
And it looked like somebody took a 9mm, okay, to my face. That's how bad my face looked. I took the blanket and I started crying. And it was like my grandfather was with me because my grandfather was an RO dog trainer. I didn't get no warning like you're supposed to. So I took the blanket and I started crying, and the dog let go because normally a dog will latch on and twist the mouth and clamp and won't let go. Mm-hmm. My dad wanted to put that dog down, okay? I said, no, I'm going to give it a chance. We're going to get it some help. We're not putting him down. No, that's my buddy. I ended up with an infection in one of the holes where his teeth went through. Mm-hmm. I was in the hospital for 3 days, Chris. This dog laid on the sofa for 3 days, didn't eat, didn't drink, and didn't go to the bathroom. That dog knew he did wrong. He latched onto me like glue, okay?
Yeah.
And he died this December, 10 minutes before the hour of the new year. I watched I called the vet, and they said, we want $200. I feel like God gave me this gift that I can tell when somebody's going to die. Okay?
Yeah.
I knew the dog was going to die. He wasn't going to make it. Just like my dad kept calling me to check on the 16-year-old. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
This dog, this 16-year-old, you could not eat anything without it barking. I got McDonald's, and I'm like, where's Bubby? Bubby hasn't eaten. What's going on? He was in my grandfather's room behind his bed. I literally pulled the dog out and put him with me, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I told my dad, Bubby is going to go.
Yeah.
The first dog that died at 10, I called my dad, and I said, Dad, you gotta come home. You gotta come home. You cannot do the Bible study and leave Charlotte in the house with me. I will go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You can't leave this dead dog here. You gotta come back. I can't. And it was like, he's like, okay, because my mom lived in Dundalk and we were in Ham. And I called my mom's phone and I said, where's Dad? And she's like, what's wrong? And I said, I don't want to tell you. And I said, I want Dad. I said, Dad, Charlotte's dead.
Oh.
Can you please come home? And he said, I will be there. Just give me some time. I said, okay.
Oh.
He called Falls Road Animal Hospital. They said, we need you to sign that IUO, meaning we would
But I
pay
was
the
gonna say,
50.
if you wanted me to help you, we can talk more about this later.
Okay, well, can I put myself back on mute and listen to the show? How long is the show on for tonight?
I don't know, Tess.
Let's see. We've got another hour and a half to go. And you're the area code
Okay, well, if you
right?
come back up on my area code, I'm just going to stay mute than the last time.
Yeah,
Okay.
so just, I mean, if you want to, like, talk to me, we can talk more about it.
And what's your
You
area
know.
code again?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is it the 443?
443.
Okay.
I'm the
all right.
only 443 that has been on there all night long.
Alrighty, I'll remember that. So you can go ahead and stay on mute, and we generally have an after party, so we could even talk afterwards if you'd like as well.
Yeah.
I would.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna.
Okay.
It was good talking to you again, and
I know,
look
it was
forward
good talking to
you
her.
Good
again.
too.
I know.
All right.
All
Bye.
right, so we're gonna move on to our next caller, and that would be area code 330. Who are we talking to?
Hey, Tess. Hey, Chris. This is Moonlight. How you doing tonight?
Fine. How can we help you? It's just that I know she has a lot to say, but it's just that I like to help people, and I know she wants to talk, but I don't know. I don't hope I'm not being mean, but it's just that I appreciate that she's listening, and I don't know, Tess. I don't know if it's, I don't know. It's just, I'm just trying to help as much as people as I can, and
Oh, I understand completely, and like I told her, we can talk to her later on. But Kevin, it's good to hear from you. Did you have a question for Chris?
Yeah, I had a couple questions. First of all, I wanted to find out if I got the feeling there's somebody trying to get in touch with me. A spirit is. I usually don't allow spirits to contact me at home, and I was hoping that you might be able to find out if there is somebody or someone. If you do sense that, let me know who it might be.
I'm actually getting told that like a family member. I'm getting told like it's a family member.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting it to be.
And I was gonna say I'm getting like a male figure. I'm getting like male, but I was getting female, but I'm kind of getting like both. So there's like two people on the side, and like almost getting like a grandpa or maybe even an ancestor I'm picking up. But I do feel that they are connecting with you. And the thing is that what you said, that you don't allow people to, like, you don't allow spirit to talk to you because, you know, it's kind of like, I understand it gets kind of creepy. So I really do understand that. So I'm thinking that if what you need to do whenever, like, you feel like they're invading your space and it doesn't feel like family or it doesn't feel like anything, you need to claim their space and say, only this person is allowed to talk to me. This person's allowed, and you need to be like almost like the person is alive. Not that you're being mean. It's just that you need to put your boundaries because it could be something evil coming in, and you would think it's family. But if it's somebody that you wake up with scratches, you're gonna know like, no, this is not a loved one because a loved one wouldn't do that. That's why sometimes if you invite somebody in. Sometimes, and I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes that door can still be open because they just come in and out, and then there's portals with the doors and most of them I've been known to experience where they come in through like closets or just even through walls. So with that being said, or they don't even need to come through walls, but that's most theoretically where they usually come through is through doors, walls. Windows, you name it, they come through anything. But I'm just throwing what areas where they like to come out because there's portals that even though we cannot see them, they can because they know what door to come in and out to. So what you need to do is just claim your space. And if you feel like they're violating your area or doing anything that's not appropriate, you can call on St. Michael to find the battles if it doesn't seem loving or if it doesn't feel like a family member. But at the present time, I do feel like it's a family member. And then it's something else that I'm being told to tell you, that you have always been sensitive to your surroundings and you're very sensitive to spirits. And I'm being told that this is not going to be your first encounter. You're going to have more. Because they see your light, you're like a light bulb to them. And there might be something that you're going to be doing along those lines.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Oh yeah, that definitely makes sense. And all that, I definitely communicate with spirits and all, and that's why I don't want them in my home, and I don't want them around my sleep chamber. And that's why I do have a problem about keeping them away from me. And that's why I cut them off so much. And and that's enough said on that. I'm not going to draw this out. But the other thing is, we started things off on the show with Tessa started you off so quickly on readings. I had some questions about you as a person and stuff. And we never got a chance to get into that. One of the things I wanted to ask you was, do you believe in anything like like aliens or Bigfoot or anything like that?
Yes, I do. And I'm sorry that people were just calling in. I was even going to tell Tessa, I said you didn't have to take the call, but she did it because she kind of probably felt like that we needed help, because I like helping people, but I also like conversating too as well. So I'm sorry for that, but I can tell you right now, and I do feel that I've had experiences and I've been touched too with that kind of area that you're talking about. Even though I have never seen them, but I kind of feel like I've been abducted, and I want to say just a random number. I want to say it like at least between 3 to 5 times that I can remember or feeling like I've been touched, even though I'm asleep. Because there's times where I know that I've been touched in that way, because I do feel that aliens, they have this connection with us, and a lot of people don't understand that because they have a very high technology compared to what us humans have. And I do feel that they roam within this dimension and this realm, because they're just like Bigfoot. They're like fairies. They have their own portals, but they're always around. And they could be just around, like like by your window, and you wouldn't even know it, because they have this, that I know, and a lot of people don't know this, but they have this ability to where if they want you to see them, they have a within the craft that they fly in, they can make it visible or invisible. Okay. And then another thing along those lines is, and this is for everyone that's listening, most people that are very sensitive, very psychic or psychic sensitive, psychic medium, whatever you want to call it, clairvoyant, or a gifted person that has very sensitive to anything, the air, the smell, the scent. I mean, with all your senses, but then you have this extra sense, and that's where the psychic comes in. And for people that don't know this, more likely you will be abducted because you are gifted. And a lot of people don't know that, but I'm throwing that out there too, that a lot of psychics, most of us, have been abducted more than once in our lifetime. And it usually starts when we're born, like I want to say anywhere from like 3 and up. And then sometimes it stops after I say, they're telling me between 11 and 15. It stops there. I mean, if they want to, they can. But the reason if they stop is when you're a teenager is because you're more aware of them. So they don't want you to remember, because in theory, you're not supposed to see them. You're not supposed to remember that you've been touched by them. So with that being said, they have a limit to where if they see that you're very gifted at a very early age, they know who you are. If they know you're a crystal child, you're an indigo child, or you just have this extra sensitivity to them, they will not bother you. But most of the time they're around you, but they keep their distance because they know how much you know, and they know that you feel their presence. And I know that they're around me, but they keep themselves like to a point where they're monitoring me, if I said it right, monitoring me.
Yes.
But they keep it as like not that close, because they know that if I saw them, I would probably be scared.
Well, I got you on that one. That's great insight, Chris. I appreciate it very much.
And you're welcome. And I was going to keep this in mind. If you want to talk more about aliens, we can talk more about this, like maybe like offline, and we can talk more, and we can maybe do research, and maybe we can even go on an investigation somewhere one day. You never know. So keep in touch.
All right,
Thanks for calling in, Kevin.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry about that. It was just that the people just wanted to start talking, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's funny. Chris had told me that he gave out the number to people and didn't give them a specific time, so I didn't want them to feel like I was ignoring them. So we did start taking calls early, and I generally leave it up to the psychic what they'd like to do, and he was totally up for it.
And for me, I didn't mind it, but it was just because I kind of felt like somebody wanted to talk to me, but they didn't get a chance to talk to me, so I was like, oh my God, what do I do?
Yeah. Because
I didn't want to be rude either, because this is your show. And I can tell you that it's an honor to be on your show. It was a privilege. And anytime you ever want me on your show again, I would love to do it. I just feel real loved. And it almost seems like Spirit is hugging me and almost telling me thank you. It's almost like they're telling me blessings to me. Like they're blowing kisses as I'm doing all this stuff for all the callers and stuff.
For sure. And we always like to have a good time here and love, respect, and support each other. And, I always tell people, together we can make the world better and build each other up, don't tear each other down, because this is a hard world we're living in. But
oh, yes.
Before we get to our next caller, BTO in the chat room was asking, who are your guides?
Oh, my God. I just knew they were going to ask me that. Okay, one of them, oh my God, this is going to, for people that are very psychic, they're going to be like, wow. One of them is my grandmother. She's the one that helps me tremendously, like all the time. She's one of them. The second one is my shaman chief Indian that helps me, and then I have others, but they're like kind of like family members, and then like people that I worked in the past. Those I can't figure out their names, but I kind of can see, like I can tell when who's around. And usually most of them I do feel like, besides my grandmother, I want to say like most of them, I want to say like at least 2 or 3 of them are like family members, and then the rest are like more like native because they know I work with the native energy. So it's kind of like I have this Indian chief energy around me.
Awesome. All right, so our next caller is the unknown caller. It's a blocked number, and it's basically the only one we have left here because we have this other one that's just listening. So who are we talking to?
Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Hi, fine.
Thanks for hanging in there. I know you were on hold there for quite some time, but it's good to hear from you.
Thank you for taking my call.
No worries.
So I don't really have a specific question. I was just seeing if Chris picked up anything, but if he needs one, I can come up with one.
Well, for some reason, you sound familiar. You do sound familiar. I could swear like I've talked to you, but I'm not sure. But I have this feeling like I have. The only thing that if I have talked to you, I'm kind of getting like almost kind of like a deacon, priestess energy to you. Kind of like a preacher or someone that would be like almost like talking in front of a lot of people with a microphone.
Really?
I don't know if that makes any sense.
It's not anything I'm currently doing.
No, but I'm just feeling like you have that kind of energy. That's what I'm saying. You have that kind of energy to you. Like you have, like I'm being told like you're a very old soul. And then I'm kind of getting like almost mediumship and sensitive energy to you. And
Well,
I don't know if that...
I am on a spiritual path, so...
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, have we talked before? Because it seems like I'm getting this deja vu feeling with you for some reason.
No, we've never spoken.
Well, there could probably be some kind of soul connection then I'm getting from you.
It could be.
Mm-hmm. And for me, it seems, I don't even know how old you are, and you don't have to say that over the radio, but your presence seems kind of like you're probably older than me, I don't know, but not that it matters, but I'm kind of getting that with your energy seems like a teenager energy, like you're very active for your age.
True.
Does that, and you just have this very high energy to you, and you're just very gifted, and I just want you to know that in case if you did not know and you need to hear that, you are so gifted, very gifted is what they're telling me. Now the question is, I give you this option to give you a question to ask me. Is there anything that you want to specifically know?
Well, actually, there is kind of like two things. The latter one I wasn't going to bring up, but you brought it up. The first would be love, but I've also been abducted. I've had I used to chase the spaceship that was over me and my boyfriend's car. We would chase the spaceship with the car, and I used to joke that we would chase the spaceship, but now that I know what I know, it's like who was chasing who. But since then, I have been shown things where I've been abducted, and could you enlighten me in regards to anything about that?
The only thing that I can tell you, with you being abducted, even though you were already sensitive, I'm being told that it doubled your heightened sensitivity, to extreme, almost like you see things way into the future. it's almost like it touched your spirit, being close and chasing that spaceship. And then being abducted, it's almost like I'm getting like they researched you, like they did, because they do research on most psychics. Most people that are very gifted, they do a lot of research. And I'm being told that they knew you were gifted. And the thing is that you were not supposed to remember a lot, but you remember it because it was very clear, even though they usually do this in our sleep. But I'm being told that you were asleep, but in some part of you were spiritually awakened. You, in other words, saw their face, but in your third eye.
Yeah, I was outside of my body, like astrally,
Mm-hmm.
watching what they were doing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have hybrid children?
Honestly, I do feel that you do. I think that with you being gifted, I want to say that it does come in your family, like the gift. And then, I don't know, are you like in touch with your family, or because I'm kicking the word distance, it almost seems like your family has not been very close to you. Am I correct? Or is it just energy that are picking up?
No, that is correct.
Well, then there must be something that they're telling me, and I'm getting like almost like they're telling me a reunion. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like you're gonna get reconnected with them after so long. It's almost like kind of those happy endings where people are looking for their loved ones after so long. They feel like they're like a part of them's missing. I feel that the people that you don't even know that they're related to you, they have felt that there is a grandmother or a mother figure around them, and I keep seeing a lot of paperwork around me. So I'm thinking that they're hiring an investigator to investigate their ancestry, and they feel like their last name doesn't go right with who raised them, in other words.
Oh, are you saying that my parents weren't really my parents?
Well, I'm kind of feeling like their parents were not their parents, if that makes sense, or something to that effect. It could be your parents were not really your parents, or it was them. It's vice versa. I don't know why I said that, but I just threw that out there because it was something that they told me to say. And it's probably because my grandmother, like Tessa said, she wanted to ask, like in the chat room, who were my guides, and those are usually my guides. And with my guides, they're not wrong with what they tell me. They might not make sense at the time with the messages, but most of the time it's kind of like, it's like dead on, like something that could be something to what I said, but it doesn't make sense right now. It doesn't click, but later on you're going to be like, that's what he's talking about.
Okay. And do you pick up anything on love?
Anything on love? Well, knowing that you're an old soul, I want to say the truth. I do see love, but it's going to be someone that's going to probably be about the same age as you, or maybe even younger. And maybe this could be symbolic. I don't know, because I know you've probably been single for a long time, but I'm getting like hearts, like with a lot of candy. It almost seems like Valentine's energy. So it could be like maybe somebody that you. I'm not saying that you're going to meet this person on Valentine's, because that's a long time, but it could mean that you might meet them on Valentine's, or it could be their birthday, or close enough to Valentine's, and it's going to be like you found your soulmate that's a Cupid. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how they're telling me the information. I was like, February. I was like thinking that's a long time, but the way the months are going by fast, before you know it, December will be here. So it could possibly be that it could be someone that's connected, that has a lot of love, like a Cupid, or somebody that's very affectionate. So that could be someone that could be like the perfect match for you, and has the same interests as you as well, and also accept the gifts that you have.
Do you get anything about him?
I want to say like I don't know what your taste is, but I'm getting like salt and pepper hair. Like almost like salt, like almost like blonde and not blonde. When I say blonde, I don't even know where that came up from. Okay, it's like almost like white and black hair, so like salt and pepper hair. That's the best way to describe that hair color. I don't know. And then as far as like his body wise, I want to say he's kind of like built, and he carries himself very well. Now, as far as his height. Oh my God! If I wanted to put a number on that one, I want to say anywhere from like maybe 5'5" to 5'6", 5'7", and I'm kind of getting like he could be between kind of short and kind of tall, but I'm kind of getting like to you it doesn't matter about the height, but I'm kind of getting like somewhere around there, and I'm getting like a lot of sense of humor around him too, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Do you get what he does for work?
What kind of work does he do? Whew. That's a good question. Okay, well, let's see what Spirit has to say. If I would put my number on it, I want to say like maybe an office or some kind of outside work. Something that he loves to do, and I'm getting like an office, but then I'm kind of saying he's multiple tasks, so maybe he likes to do both, be office and work, but I'm thinking it's whatever he can get, so maybe he's doing 2 jobs or just one, or he's just very multitask, so it could probably be something like maybe a carpenter or somebody that does work outside.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And do you see me stepping into my soul's purpose?
Honestly, you already stepped in. I honestly get that you already stepped into your soul purpose. It's just you just haven't acknowledged it yet. Because the fact that you called me, it's almost like you got in touch with an old friend. So me doing what I'm doing, it doesn't have to necessarily be on the radio, but you're going to be doing within the same lines that I do. It's almost, but in a different kind of way. Like maybe kind of healing work or something to do with giving guidance to people and inspiring them not to give up. So it's almost like you're an inspiring person.
So have you ever heard of people who speak the language of light?
I've heard of that, but I've never talked to a person of that. But I do believe that there's people that even speak in, I don't even know what, I want to say like church language. Like they do this weird speaking.
Right.
I've heard, and I do feel that you can do that.
Some people call it like tongues, but I can actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can she speak a few lines and see what you pick up there, Chris?
Well, okay, well, go ahead. She can. I don't know if I can try. I can probably see if she can speak because I'm not good with that, but I'll try my best.
Akanana mara e el koma e he no kona nikira akarana ka mara e he no mara akar e iko mara e.
Wow. Like I got like Indian, pure Indian. Like I could swear, like I heard Cherokee, but maybe she didn't say it. But I'm getting like mixed signals, and then it almost like she said, like something like "thank you" in her own way. I don't know why, but that's just weird. That's weird.
I am actually Cherokee, so but I don't know.
Well, there could be something to that, and maybe you probably speak Cherokee through your language. That's probably why I picked that up. Nice. Because I've never heard of Cherokee or what they speak like, but I'm getting like you can actually, like if you research your Cherokee heritage, I think you can speak Cherokee language, and you can do your prayers and that. And I being told that it would sound so beautiful that you would bring tears to people's eyes.
Well, some have cried when I've spoken it to them.
Well, then there you go. There's your validation. So you're already on your spiritual journey.
Do you pick up like it does light activations for people?
Yes, it does. You inspire people to do more and not to give up. Like for me, even though I've worked my way up to where I'm at today, I can say that you're almost like a motivator for me to strive for more and don't stop with what I'm doing now. To keep expanding and to get my word out there and to, even though I'm doing my psychic medium work, but also to preach of word of God through my work.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I appreciate it, Chris. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and God bless you.
And Coco would like to speak to you a moment. Hi, Tess.
Hi, Coco. How's it going?
All right. How are you doing?
Good. Good to hear your voice.
Thank you. You too. Okay, so Chris, do you know anyone named Ronald?
Like, what do you mean, Ronald? Like in person or just
in person? Ronald, Ronnie.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, is he important in your life?
Well, there's actually a female, but it's a Ronnie. But Ronald, I'll keep that in mind. But I've only known this friend of mine, but I haven't really talked to her. She's like an old friend of mine, but I haven't really talked to her in so long.
Okay, I don't know why that name came up for me for you, but keep that in mind and try to talk to her in the next week if you can. I'm not here to give you a reading, but I just had to bring that up.
Okay.
So I want to ask you this. I've been asking Constantine to call me from the other side for a long time. And so can you tell me anything about Constantine calling me from the other side?
What does that mean? I've never heard of that phrase. Okay, say the question again because I was trying to hear exactly what you're asking me.
All right. His name is Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
He's crossed over, and I'm asking him to call me.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought you said something else, and I was like, huh? I wanted to make sure I heard you correctly. Okay, now you're asking me why does he want you to contact him? Is that what you were asking me?
No, I'm asking you, can he call me? Is he going to call me?
Honestly, from the other side, yes, he can.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he's done it more than once. And I'm being shown that with your phone, because I'm being shown a cell phone, and you still have his number, like if he was still alive, and the number comes up with his name on it.
No, he never had my phone number.
Well, I'm being shown that, but maybe that could be spirit saying that he did have your number, but now that he's on the other side, it's different. The frequency is different.
Right. Okay, so if you don't know, Constantine Raudova is the father of EVPs, which is electronic voice phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has called many people, and they've recorded their conversations with him on the phone, on a regular landline.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been asking Constantine to call me on my landline or come through on a radio to a white noise station, and I'm still waiting for him to call me. So I was wondering if you could tell me anything about that.
You can probably do, because I know a little bit about the electrical stuff, you can probably try it if you don't have one. Actually, I'm being told to tell you both of these. Okay, you can try the PSBC7 radio, and it's been shown on Ghost Adventures.
I know.
Okay, you can try one of those.
I know the guy that created that. I know that. I already have that. That's not working.
Okay, well then you need to try the Oblius, the OVILU. Yeah, you can try that. Yeah, and you can try that because I'm being shown that if the spirit box doesn't work, he's definitely going to come through the second one. Because with that one, that uses kind of like they're telling me that it's a stronger energy than the spirit box. Not that it's a disgrace to the spirit box, because the spirit box can use different stations. But if you want more clarity and you want to hear it, very, very clear, the ambulance is the best tool you can use because you want it clear. And what it usually does, it picks up the frequency of the energy of wherever you're at, or if you know somehow if you can use maybe like an object of his or something that was related to him. And if not, then what you can do is like, if you have to, you can like close your eyes and meditate on what you want, put the intention on the ambulance, and you turn it on and ask, do you have a message? But you got to say his name.
Yeah. Okay, so where would you suggest I get an ambulance?
Honestly, with the internet stuff, you can try eBay, Amazon, and you can even try the Esto shop, the ESTY shop, because I've even researched a lot of that stuff. And then I'm also, and this is just, and I know this is something different, but they're telling me to throw this in there so you'll know he's around you. You might need to get a K2 meter if you do not have one, because I'm being shown that if you have one, I'm being shown all the lights lighting up. So that means he's there. Now if it blinks, I'm being shown 3. So if it blinks 1, 2, 3, that's him right there. That's him.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for calling in, ladies.
Yeah. Take it easy, Tessa. Thank you.
No worries. It was good to hear from you, and you have a good night.
You too.
Good night.
Okay, our next caller is area code 402. Who are we talking to?
Hi, Tessa. It's Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
I was excited to hear Chris. And hi, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You're very gifted. I was hoping to connect with my family.
Is there any specific question that you want, or is it just a general reading?
Well, kind of my dad, and just how they feel about this situation that's going on right now with me and how he is. I didn't get to say goodbye.
Are you talking about a relationship? Because I'm getting the word relationship with big letters.
Well, he's my dad, so I don't know.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the person that you're with, because I'm getting like a relationship or a relationship.
I'm kind of, not anywhere.
Well, there probably is a relationship coming, because I'm getting like, that this person, they're going to be kind of like very protective around, because they're going to be looking for, and I'm getting that he's very, like, it's almost like kind of getting that, even though you might not be in a relationship, but maybe I'm just throwing something extra that they're telling me. So there's going to be someone that is going to come in your life that your dad's going to be very defensive, and it's almost like I can see him with his fingers, and I can hear him tapping. He's like, "What do you want with my daughter?"
Okay, I know who it is.
That kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I know who it is.
It's almost like he's like giving them that eye, like, "What do you want with my daughter?"
Past coming back then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Sounds like my dad.
And then also, it seems like, too, he's telling me, you better pay attention. Like, you need to pay attention to signs, because they're throwing them right at you, and you're not paying attention. And he's doing the thing with his nails again. Like, and you know how, like, when you tap the table, and you're like, yeah, that.
I don't know what to pay attention. I mean, there's
maybe it might not, nothing right now, but it'll come to you when it does. And he's just saying that you pay attention. And whatever situation you're going through, there might be some things that he might not like with that person that might try to come back or try to talk to you. But besides, along with besides that issue that you have with that man or whoever he is, along with just your personal general life, he's just, I want to say, I get that he's very strict. He's throwing that out there again, like strict with big letters with an exclamation point. He's throwing that out there. And then I say that he might seem, even though he was very protective, that he loved you and he treated you like the way you should be treated. And he's just wants the best for you, and he wants you to achieve more than what they did when they were alive. If that makes any sense. Like, in other words, to be more ambitious, not to give up on your dreams, basically. And then another thing that they're telling me, that they're very proud of you. Even though you might feel like they're not, but they are. They are. And I said they, so it's more than one.
Yeah, there's my mom and dad and son.
I'm going to ask you a question. Even though your dad was the strict one, was your mom the soft one? Like more kind of like not that so strict, or did he get after him when he tried like disciplining you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Like he was, like she was telling him, like she would call him, babe, stop, don't do that to our daughter because she's the one that we have. I know that you love her and protect her, but don't be so mean. But it was just like she would put like a line and say, okay, you can do this, but don't do this because you hurt her feelings, and she's very sensitive. Like anything he would say, he would just make you cry.
Yeah, he didn't understand how sensitive I was, I don't think.
And your mom did. And your mom did. Yeah. Your mom did.
But later in life, he was, he didn't understand, he didn't understand how sensitive I am. And it was really hard when he was dying. I mean, it was a really long, hard struggle. And being empathic, it was really hard on me.
Yeah, because you were picking.
To try to, go there to not cry, And one day I couldn't help it. I broke down crying. And he was still, God bless him, he was patting me on the head, trying to comfort me. It was bad. But today's his birthday. So.
So happy birthday.
You guys, I totally spaced on the commercial break. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for a night on the town? The Moose Vancouver is the bar that never stops rocking until 2 a.m. every night. The Moose has great food with everything on the menu from $6.95 to $8.95. Fantastic, vibrant staff and rock and roll that will bring you back to when the music was real, the hair was long, and the guitars were rocking. Get your party on at the Moose Vancouver, the official party bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Get your horns up with me on Spaced Out Radio. This is Ron Bumblefoot Thal. Come tune in to SOR where you can hear me rock out with Little Brother Is Watching, the official theme song of Spaced Out Radio. And then come on over to bumblefoot.com where you can find out about my tour schedule, my music, and everything else. Bumblefoot.com keeps you up to date on what I'm doing and the best way to stay in touch with my music and music camps. Sign up for my newsletter at bumblefoot.com, and remember, Little Brother Is Watching.
When it comes to the news, we look for the stories that the mainstream won't cover. Welcome to Spaced Out Radio's The Encounter. This is News Director Everett Thiemer. The Encounter is about the weird and strange stories that occur daily, and we scour the world looking to bring them to you. You can hear me with Dave Scott every Monday through Friday in our Encounter news segment. Read us online at spacedoutradio.com or check us out and give our Facebook page a like at SOR The Encounter. So come give The Encounter a read.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Hi there, this is Geraldine Orozco from San Francisco's Bay Area Meditation. I invite you to join me the first Tuesday of every month with Dave Scott for Spaced Out Radio's The Spiritual You. In this fast-paced world we live in, it's time for you to take some time for you. We'll cover every possible subject from powerful meditation to healing techniques to your own intuition and spirituality. So come join us for The Spiritual You.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
You know, it's hard being the bad man of ufology, but that's just the way that I like it. This is Chris George Zuger, and I'll be hanging out with Dave Scott and SOR scientist Chris Cogswell for Reality Paranormal, the second Wednesday of every month. And our job is to break it down and come to conclusions as to what is really going on in the supernatural world. I'd love for you to join us right here on Spaced Out Radio.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now. The Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
We are getting ready to relaunch the SOR Space Travelers Club at spacedoutradio.com. For $5 a month, you can join us for a plethora of features found nowhere else. Hang out in a private chat room during the show and after party. You can check out some exclusive content and a store specifically for you, as well as a private listener forum where you can post your thoughts, stories, and pictures. The SOR Space Travelers Club, coming soon to spacedoutradio.com.
Do you want to know what's really going on in your world? Do you have questions about who you can trust in the mainstream media? Then look no further than the Rebel Planet. Come get the straight answers right here at spacedoutradio.com. Join me, Jamie Sexton, creator of Rebel Planet News, as I fill you in on the stories behind the stories. All you truth seekers, be sure to tune in to Rebel Planet on spacedoutradio.com the third Thursday of every month.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. A spirit of adventure for what is new, with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Hi there, this is Dave Scott from Spaced Out Radio, and I want you to come on a nightly journey. Starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, every Monday through Friday, you can come hang out with me and the other space travelers. We have it all from Carl the Alien bouncing on by to those misfit gnomes causing havoc. It's 3 hours of fun and entertainment on those topics the mainstream really doesn't want to touch. Come get all paranormal with us at spacedoutradio.com, and together, my friends, along with our resident guitar god Bumblefoot, we own the night.
Sit back, relax, grab a drink, and listen closely. Spaced Out Radio continues through the weekend. From the mile-high mountains of Colorado to you, listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Weekend with Tessa Nicole Thomas.
Hey guys, welcome back. So good having you all on and listening. And tonight we have Psychic Medium Chris Garcia. and he's actually still doing a reading currently with Sharon. Welcome back, guys.
Hi.
Yeah. But I just see that everything. Yeah, and I just feel like we'll connect. And if you're not add me on Facebook, then you can add me like after the show.
I appreciate that. I also have Cherokee heritage. That someday I have a great grandmother who my mother I know is thrilled to be with now, but I don't know anything behind her really. As far as the Cherokee line, I actually feel like it might have been a relative in the Trail of Tears.
You know what I got when you said you don't know too much about your mom's mom? I get that.
Mom, it's my mom's grandma.
I'm being told that with that, I'm getting like a medicine woman.
That's what I was thinking too.
Well, there's your validation, yeah.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm thinking I was supposed to do that.
And that's probably what you're going to be doing, because I know that even though you're dealing with this house issue, but I think everything will come out. And I actually see you even like buying and selling Indian stuff, like dream catchers.
Right.
I even see you doing like, I don't know if in your tribe, because I know in some tribes they're not supposed to carry a medicine bag, but for some reason I see you with a medicine bag. And I don't know if that's like, because I don't know too much about women having medicine bags. Most men are supposed to have medicine bags. Like the shamans are usually have the medicine bag, because most of them are usually men. But for some reason, I'm seeing it with you, and I don't know if you would try that, but they're telling me that you need to try to give it a try. And before you start putting like crystals in there, I'm being shown that you need to go outside when nobody's bothering you. And before you start putting stuff in it, like material stuff, like crystals, little symbols of angels, or whatever you can get, first you need to get in touch with Earth. So get something of the Earth. Like if you have something outside, if you have like dirt and it's real soft, put it in the pouch and say, "This is for my ancestors and connecting with my medicine Indian heritage." And then from there you can add whatever else you want, like crystals, stones, and then you'll start building up, and then when you start using your medicine bag, once you're complete, that's gonna be something that you're gonna be doing to that something you're gonna be doing with other people. You're gonna be doing like almost like shape-shifting work with them with your medicine bag. You're gonna be putting them in a trance and healing. So you're gonna be doing a lot of medicine stuff. And you might even make brews. You're going to be doing a lot of like maybe floor washes. That you're going to start getting all these flashes in your head, and they're going to tell you what to make. So I see you making your own little business with this stuff.
Wow. Because I don't even know a couple of those things you just said. I don't even know what those are.
Oh, brews is BREWS. It's almost like teas, different types of teas.
Oh, okay, yes. And I have been, I had a confirmation dream of that years ago, where I was walking with my son and I saw all this ground and all these plants, and I thought I have to learn what those are so I know which medicines will heal what.
You know what I'm being told too, because I had a message from a friend, but I kind of forgot about that. You can put tobacco, and that's giving offerings to your native ancestors, Cherokees, too. And you can even put some of that to give offerings to the trees, because a lot of people don't know this, but the trees, a lot of spirits of Indians, they come among the trees. So if you want to give an offering of tobacco, you can put it by the tree and say, "This is for you," and give it to them, and then you put some of the tobacco in your medicine bag, and then you just add more and more and more.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I actually have somebody's trying to kill my tree out front. It's really sad.
Very sad.
So, pray for my tree. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate your validation. I just really wanted to connect with my dad. today.
And you're very welcome. You're very welcome.
It doesn't surprise me a bit about the tapping his fingers.
Because I kept seeing, like, tapping my fingers, like, on the edge, and I'm thinking, why is he doing that? He's like, tell her, just tell her.
So he's telling me that, is he telling me no, or I just have to make sure it's right, or?
Yeah, just make the right decision is what he's saying.
And just, okay. Whatever.
And he's actually smiling because he's actually smiling like, he's like, come on, girl, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, you know your dad.
Oh my God. Awesome. Thank you so much. What a gift to be able to.
Thank you. Because
I can feel that it's real. So.
Well,
God
thanks so
bless
much
you.
for calling in, and I'm so glad Chris was able to help you out.
Yeah, that was really sweet. Thank you so much, honey.
You're welcome.
I'll get with you, Chris. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.
You too.
Bye-bye. It's so cool when you are able to connect and get that message across.
Yeah, and it does, because it's a, like I said, you know, it's a big inspiration. And with that one that she was singing with the tongues, I felt so much energy coming. It was just unreal. Like, I just got goosebumps all over my body, and it just really in tune with my spirit and soul. And I just wanted to say thank you for doing that. It's a blessing in itself.
That's awesome. Area code 360 is our next caller. Who are we talking to?
I guess they disappeared.
Well, they're still there. Maybe their mic is muted or something.
Yeah, or they just wanted to hear. And honestly, and for the one that was listening, Kevin, I know that, you know, it was earlier, but I'm glad we connected too, because there's a lot of beautiful.
Tessa, are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you now. Hi, Yvonne.
Oh, okay. I think when I put my earplug in, that's when it shuts, I guess, being able to be heard.
Huh.
So, aloha, Chris.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I don't have any particular question or concern, so just a general reading would be appreciated.
Honestly, I'm getting like a medicine woman with you. Like, I'm getting like native energy. I don't know if you mess with that stuff, or if you believe, or if you're into ancestry.com, or you're researching stuff, but you have a lot of Indian, and I hear it in your voice. And I don't know if that's the message I'm supposed to stress.
Yeah. Chris, I'm from Hawaii, and I'm Filipino. They have found that we're related. Filipinos have to share the same DNA with the Hawaiians.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow, that's interesting. That's something that I learned, because I didn't even know, but it was just telling me that you have a lot of, even though you might be Filipino, but your spirit has a lot of Indian in it. And and I'm getting to that. I don't know if you go through, do you do anything like spiritually, like connecting spiritual, or like on a journey or something like that? Because I'm getting like nothing but spiritual energy around you.
Yes, I'm basically spiritually based. I have been on a spiritual path basically at a very young age. I'm what you call a contemplative.
I think I've heard that before. I've heard that phrase. Where have I heard that? I think it was one of my old friends, probably. But but I do feel that even though you were not asking for a general reading, I can tell you right now, I'm being told that I'm getting like a big check mark, so that's telling me that you are on the right path. I would just be saying just to learn more, get into your native, research a lot of your past relatives. That if you can find anybody that can find.
It's hard to do with Filipino culture because the only records they keep are like related to the church. So you'll get birth records and stuff. But I know I know a lot of my family history already.
But I actually feel that you're related to someone famous. I just can't pick up on the name or anything, but I'm getting you're related to like something in the past.
Well,
why.
I know. All I know is, I do know that my paternal great grandmother was a Filipino shaman, and we've had past lives together, and so our link has never been broken. And I've helped, and my main work, in my career-wise, I help people transition to the other side.
See, and that's probably where I got a lot of spiritual energy, because with you, even though you might not ask a general question, but I think you're asking because you want to know if anything has changed from years ago. But I'm being shown that you're not disconnected with anything. You're not out of place. You're completely connected to your spirit, your mind, your soul. You're just connected. I feel like in my head, I'm seeing like branches, and you're just connected. And that's the best way they're telling me is like you're just connected to this branch. You're connected to this branch, and every branch is a symbol of ancestors. You're Native, you're Filipino, your past lives. It's just all connected. It's like a beautiful tree with a lot of green, and it's like you're not disconnected from any of that. Even though you might feel that there might be something trying to pull you away from the spirituality, but even though if there's something else that you're interested in, you're still going to come back to spirituality, because it's almost like I'm being told to tell you, you can try other things, and there's nothing wrong with that, because you're human.
Yeah,
I'm being shown like a rope, and they're like, you're not leaving. You're gonna stay to what we tell you and what God wants you to do, because you have a purpose, and your purpose is not done.
What I depend on is in regards. I rely on the spirit. To lead me or have people cross my paths in who I am supposed to help in some way. So, people come for guidance. People come for lomi, which is a form of energy healing, touching with my hands type thing. Help people transition, in death and stuff. And I feel like, God, I should be doing more. But I feel like not really. Because I spend my time in quiet, and in my prayer or in my meditation or just in quiet, I will send my energy of love to particular situations or out generally. You know what I mean? And basically that's my activity.
Yeah, and you know what's probably where I'm getting, and I'm thinking, I know how you do a lot of your past and you already know everything, but I'm being shown that you're probably going to do more mediumship than psychic work. So basically when the person, when they can't cross over and they're stuck, you're going to get them to cross over. That's basically what you're going to be doing from starting this year till going into the next year. And I'm thinking that I'm seeing in my head, I'm seeing like a door, and a bunch of people are just going to be knocking in your door, and they're going to be like, I'm stuck. And they're going to be in other words, they're scared to go to the other side because they don't know what they're leaving.
So are you thinking of disparate spirits? Who still are hanging around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never experienced malevolence, or a ghost or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because it's because of the vibration. I mentored with a kumu, which is like a master in one of the arts, of healing or whatever type thing. And he said that with me, I carry such a high vibration that malevolent energy, beings don't like me. They don't want to hang around with me.
Yeah, because they see you as a threat. Yeah, they see you as a threat.
Yeah. And the only thing I don't like is sometimes I'm called to intervene with human beings who are very gifted, like a master in Qigong or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I've only had one, where I had to do spiritual combat, which I never done before in my whole life. But it was more like a training thing to make me realize that I could do it, but it's not something I like to do.
Well, see, but that's the thing, and it's funny that you bring that up, because in this spiritual world, with the work I do and other shamans, other psychics, I feel that with this society, we're all kind of like, it's almost like I'm seeing in my head, like we're supposed to be united together, just like the flag, within the 50 states. But instead of working together, it's almost like we're split apart, and everyone's is trying to be better than another. But in reality, it shouldn't be that way, because we're all doing the same work. We might have our own techniques,
right?
But we're all doing the same thing. And to me, honestly, I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my heart, it tears me apart that there's so much envy and so much anger and so much hate with each other.
Yes.
And from what I'm being shown from above, God does not want that. God does not want that type of stuff, because in reality, we're all brothers and sisters.
But in actuality, the reality, though, the situation, Gina, is we are also have a free will to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but right now, people are not taking seriously how we're in a real precarious time right now. Either we're going to make it or we're not, because there's not going to be a cavalry coming to save our, little ocoles.
Exactly. And I understand what you're saying. I really do.
And sometimes, people are stuck, like, in their journey. They're not seeing that, we are so much more than how we're acting.
Mm-hmm.
We're afraid to deal, like, with our emotions and learn how to understand it and embrace it, because it's in our emotions that our strongest gifts are waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I probably do get the message, because I've been told that by numbers of people that I'm stronger than I give myself credit for, because that's probably why you call, because I'm helping you, but then at the same time you're helping me to remind me that, hey, Chris, you got so much potential. You got to see beyond what you do, and I'm glad that you called, because it makes a lot of sense, and I'm starting to see things in a different way. And I just wanted to tell you, thank you very much. You don't know how much that means to me, because you clarified.
Because I fought for a while. I mean, I hesitated in terms of giving people guidance, because I just lay it out like the way I see it. I mean, you know what I mean, type thing. If they want, like, butterflies and lollipop type guidance, I'm not that person.
Yeah, because and it's true, because a lot of people, and it's true, and I'm going to tell you what's funny. With me, I'm very pure and I'm very genuine with my guidance. But there's some times where I have had to put my foot down and say, okay, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear and what you need to know. I'm not going to bullcrap you and tell you a lie. Now, if you want to go to another person and ask them a question, and you want them to tell you what you want to hear, then you came to the wrong person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not here to just to tell you lies. That's not my purpose.
Yeah, because some of my close friends, who accept the fact that, who I am. And so they'll tell people who want to talk to me, and they'll tell the person before they talk to me, say, don't ask Yvonne a question unless you're ready for the answer.
To hear the truth. Yeah, to hear the truth. Mm-hmm.
And that's because I feel like we do a disservice to a person, to allow them to be on the wrong path, so to speak. I'm not saying that I know their path, but I've walked it for such a long time, and I've had really good people that helped me to understand. You know what I mean? And unless people really get serious, because I tell people, our spiritual days of adolescence are over.
This is our last lifetime. Yep.
Don't look at God like he's daddy. You know what I mean? He wants a relation. He wants a mature relationship with us now. He's not going to take care of everything. He's given.
We got to do our part. Yeah, we got to do our part, and that's what people don't see.
He already has provided.
Everything for
us. Type thing, and it really saddens me, that we're still stuck in this adolescent stage of our being, while we're having influences of, in the politics and stuff. We're just totally being manipulated and just falling in line.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, and I see where you're coming from, because with me, I stick to what I do, and it's just sad that, like I said, we're just coming apart, and what it's gonna end up doing is that we're gonna be killing each other, because one's gonna be better than the other, and in reality, we're all doing God's work. He's given everything all around us, all the tools, like all the tobacco, all the stages all around us, and God provided all that. And I can tell you right now, if God wanted to take everything from us, he could do it in the snap of a finger. And that's what people do not see. That be happy for what you have. Be happy for what you...
Indeed.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
In the dark, laying on debris from the wreckage of my sanity. Why can't I be strong to be? But
how come there's automatic messaging?
That's weird.
I don't know.
So anyway, I won't take any more of your time, hon.
But I'm glad that you called, and maybe we can connect, later on.
Yeah, it would be good, because it's kind of like, I'm concerned, you know what I mean? Because it's like we have experienced extinctions, and this would be the 8th one. And the time clock has moved up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I can feel it. I thought that, because I'm 70 years old, so I thought I'd be long gone, you know what I mean, type thing, before whatever's, I can feel it. But I feel like in the past few years, that time clock has been moved up. And it's not going to be a...
Yeah, and I appreciate you calling, and it's lovely to talk to you. And I feel like I've talked to, I feel like I've just met a new friend.
For sure. Yvonne's awesome.
You're out on Facebook. You say you're on Facebook?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I am. You can try to type me up, Psychic Chris Garcia.
Okay.
Or I can give you my number. I'll just put it's 210-974-3470.
Yes. Put it out on the chat thingamajig, and then I'll copy it down, Chris.
Well, I don't know how to put that in the chat. Maybe Tessa can do it for me.
Yeah, I'll get it to you.
I mean, Tessa. And then also, in my gratitude, I'd like to say to you, mahalo ke akua. That is Hawaiian. And it means I recognize your presence, and I am thankful to the Spirit that our paths have crossed.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for calling in, Yvonne.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You have a good night. All right. Area code 425. Who are we talking to?
Robin.
Hello, Sir Robin.
So, my question is that I think it was about a week or two ago that I had a dream. Well, I know this. She was kind of an acquaintance, and I'm gonna leave her last name out, and her name is Kim. And the reason why I say she's an acquaintance is because I'm a paranormal investigator, and she works at Spooked in Seattle, and I have meetings with my teacher there, and we've gone on expeditions with her once, and I've met her at I've seen her at a convention once. So, and there was one time that I had a dream with her, and I would like to know what that meant.
What I'm getting is that in the dream is that even though without giving so much information, I know that you said she's reacquaintance, but I'm thinking that she's trying to get to you. But I feel like it almost feels like you want nothing to do with her in some sort of way because of the past or the past history. But I'm getting that she's trying to communicate in a way to where instead of arguing, she's trying to get through in your dream, and she knows how to connect because she knows the frequency of what the vibration of how to get a hold of you. Because she's in the same vibration as you, or you're a little bit higher in this. As a matter of fact, you know what? I rephrase that. You're in a higher vibration than she is, but she knows how to get into being called dream travel. She's like a dream walker, is what I'm being told to tell you, is that she can connect to anyone she wants to, even though without their consent. So in other words, she does whenever she wants. I'm sorry to say it, but she does whatever she wants without asking. So in other words, she's invading your territory, because when you're sleeping, we all astral travel, but some of us don't know and some of us do know. But with you already do it automatically. You don't even need to meditate or not. It just comes natural to you. And with her, she has to do some kind of a, I don't want to say a ritual, or maybe like something that she uses to connect with the person. And she puts her intentions on how she wants to connect with that person, and she relays the message across. So if she comes as aggressive in a dream, it's because she just cannot stand you. Now, if she comes in a pleasant feeling and doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, then she has a good intention. But if she comes in like she's just not herself and seems like evil-like, it's because she just is bad intention. So it's basically whatever intention she puts on the person she gets connected to, it's her intention, period.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So if you did not want to connect with her, she found another way to connect with you. But what you can do is put like a circle of light around you and call your guides, your higher spirit or your soul, and tell everybody else is invited but her. That's if, depending on what kind of acquaintance she is to you. If she has like a real bad energy to you, then I would just being told stay away from her.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much for calling in, Robin. It was good to hear from you.
All right.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too. All right, so that was actually our last caller.
Wow.
So if anybody wants to call in, we still have about, I would say, 12 minutes remaining. And the number is 970-335-9596. 970-335-9596. We've had a lot of good callers tonight.
Yes, we did. And you know what, Tess? I'm glad that we did this because like I said, it's a beautiful energy that I have, and you have a beautiful energy as well. And I do believe, like, I connected with them as no mistake and no coincidence. And me connecting with you was no mistake and no coincidence either. And with you, I get, like, we're going to have a long-lasting, beautiful friendship.
I agree. So there, we really didn't get to go into a lot of questions with you, and while we are waiting to see if anyone calls in, so you said you were 5 years old when you first discovered that you had gifts. How exactly did that happen?
Well, I guess it's when I started, like experimenting. Like, I just started just going outside, being a kid, and there was times where I would just talk to people, but they were like spirits, but I would see them as solid, or they would see it in outline. And I just knew that it was a gift that I had at a very young age. I actually thought it was normal at first, because I was like, these, everybody can see them. But then there was a few times where my cousins would look at me like, who are you talking to? And the other ones that were not that open didn't see them. So I was like, you know what, I better keep quiet. And I kept to myself. And when I started getting out to more, showing my gifts, was when I was probably in my teens, between 10 and 12, 13. I want to say randomly, somewhere around there when I was in middle school. That's when I started exposing it a little bit, not too much, because I was more like very, very shy, and I wouldn't talk to people unless if they knew me. Mm-hmm. I was very quiet. I was a very shy person. I had a good support system. As a matter of fact, a lot of people didn't, I know you didn't get a chance to ask me that, but I had a very good family support system with my gift, and I still do, and my family is very supportive of it. And if I wanted to say anything, if I wanted to relive what I've gone through, no, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's like a beautiful blessing with my gift, and it's just been just a beautiful journey. And along with that journey, I guess when I started getting more out to the real big public, I want to say when I was like in my 20s. And I know that girl wanted to ask me how old I was, but I don't like to give that information out. But I've done this as far as I can remember as a child.
So when was your first paranormal experience?
Honestly, I think it was when I was like a teenager. I had a few times where I had been touched. I've been like I even heard spirits talk to me with my name, calling my name with a lot of S's behind it. I've had dreams of like I didn't understand it at first, and then I knew at that time I was being abducted. I think the latest was probably like when I was like 10 or 9. But then after that, I didn't have no experiences. But I would remember them because there was times where I would see like markings on my arms that I didn't have the day before, and I thought maybe I scratched myself. But then as I started looking back, I knew that they were experimenting on me to see like how gifted I was and what the kind of information they wanted to find out. So
yeah, that's interesting when stuff like that happens.
Yeah, and to me it's like it doesn't scare me, because I've been told by a lot of people like when I had this gift that it scared me, that if I ever encountered anything evil. With God's willing, no, I haven't, and I'm thankful for that. Mm-hmm. Even though I know I'm like an open book, but I've been just blessed to be connected with only good spirits and good loved ones and good stuff. Never anything negative or anything that's the lower level, like demonic or anything like that. But I've always been in tune with angels, and I want to say it's because my grandma and all my guides, it's been like they're very high in energy, and I think that they only allow only good energy and good people in my aura or around me. So that alone, that's a big blessing in itself as well.
For sure. Robin in the chat room is asking a quick question. Do you have any books? Like, have you written any books or have anything like that out there?
I've been told to write books, but I don't have an author or somebody that can publish to do that, so no, I haven't. And then as far as like writing a book, I would probably need some guidance on that because I'm not good with that. So I would probably have to have somebody either record me and then maybe can somehow help me to go into step by step, because I wouldn't know how to go. Like, I wouldn't say once upon a time, once upon a time. I wouldn't even know how to start a book.
Right.
But I have thought about it, and people have told me that if I get a book, it would make me more exposed. But in my opinion, my psychic opinion, as me being a psychic and as a just person that helps people, my opinion about a book would be good. But I feel like my readings have exposed me for helping people and just getting out there. Mm-hmm. Now, if Robin has anybody that he knows or anything like that, then I would love the help, because I don't know any connections like that, and I don't have that type of people here in San Antonio that can help me to get in that option if I, to get a book. Because I personally don't know if from other psychics if the book helps them or other people that are others to help them get more out there. I mean, I don't know anything about that, and that's what I was going to ask you, Teresa, is that do you know if you getting a book, does that help you to get more out there and for people to hear your story? I mean, what is your feedback on that now that you're asking me that?
Well, I think a lot of people, can get their thoughts out there or their viewpoints and such with that, and it can, I don't know, I think someone would see it and probably take notice and read it and want to reach out to you and get some sort of help from you. It is good exposure, but like you're saying, it is very time consuming, and if you could get somebody to help you with that, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what was so funny? I was going to tell you, when you were telling me that, oh my God, I just noticed something. My light because I have a ceiling fan, it just flicked right now.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what that means, but I'm thinking that with all these readings that I've done, mm-hmm. it could possibly be that there's a presence in here, anything negative, but it's probably just tremendous energy. And then since the veil's very thin, I'm thinking that it could probably be my grandma. I'm hoping it's my grandma, because she's always been around me. Mm-hmm. And lately that hasn't happened in a long time. This happens once in a while, but it just flicked real quickly. Like it just got like a blink, like a real. And I don't know, maybe that could. I'll find out. I'll get back to you on that, because I'll tell you more about that later. But
yeah, that would be awesome. Well, that kind of goes along with what Tripp's question is, and he's wondering, what do you do to end hearing, seeing, and reading the people that you connect with? And he also says, asking for a friend.
Honestly, what do I do when I'm done with the readings? I guess I just close myself. Because to be honest with you, I'm going to tell you, for everyone that's listening, I really don't psychically close myself out, and I know I should. People have told me that, and I've tried, and it doesn't work for me. Because I guess I'm psychically open all the time. But the only thing I can do just to minimize the activity or anything trying to connect with me is I just pray, and I put in the Lord's Prayer and put my grandma to shield me. And if I need to be psychically open all the time, then I just ask, can you just protect me with love and light, and just to only allow only good things come to me, nothing negative or anything that's more malevolent or anything that doesn't want to, anything evil. So that's basically all I can say. That's the best way I can answer that question, because honestly, psychically, I don't really shut myself out, and the only reason why I don't is because you never know what kind of messages you get for your own loved ones, for yourself, or for anybody that needs to talk to me. Even though they cannot physically talk to me, they can spiritually talk to me. So it's just, I keep myself as like an open book 24 hours, 7 days a week, but I know that I do have to sleep. So I tell them, I do have my boundaries too. I say, you know what? If it's something important, then tell me. If not, can it wait till tomorrow? And that's the best way I can tell you how I tell the spirits,
Right.
that I'm not ready to talk to them.
Yeah. Give me some time to sleep.
Yes, exactly. Because with me being open all the time, it's like an open door. It's like never ending, and it's hard because I know there's other psychics that they can shut themselves out, but with me, I've tried meditating. I've tried to just do different things to help me, and it doesn't help. And maybe I'm just not meant to psychically be shut out because my gift is enhancing, and it's almost like the best way to describe it is like a ball that you have in your hand, and it just brightens and more information and more dreams, premonitions. It's like the bigger it gets, and the bigger it gets, the more knowledge you have, and the more you teach others, and what people need to know and what needs to be said.
Definitely. Trip was also saying in the chat room that ebook is the easiest way to get your book out there, and he said to also tell you to get a hold of Mr. Andrews, as he is on his second book, and I think he's talking about our Keith Andrews, and if you want, I can give you the information to get a hold of him, and he could probably give you some direction.
Yeah, because if it helps, then I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. But if it doesn't, I just hope he doesn't get discouraged because I'm not good with all that stuff. And to write a book, yes, it is a lot of time consuming. But if it's my next part of my journey, then I'll ask my grandma to help me, please, because I need it. Because this is something that I'm not familiar with, and just going to anybody. I don't know anybody that's willing to take their time out of their time to help me, because like the way I do it, I try to help people as much as I can, and not everybody is going to be the same way you are. So it's just, I don't know. And that's all I can say for that question.
And Kevin, aka Moonlight, was saying Chris has a cool way of relating ideas.
What does he mean by relating ideas?
Relating ideas as far as, your view on things, your perspective or whatnot, getting your point across.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Sure.
And hopefully, Tess, we'll probably have another show. Just let me know ahead of time. And we'll definitely keep in touch as always. And I don't know if anybody else has anything else in the chat room. Does anybody else have anything else?
Well, we are at the end of our time, so that means it's time for you to share with our listeners how they can get a hold of you. Like, do you have websites, Facebook pages, that you'd like to share?
Okay, well, a way to get a hold of me is my phone number is 210-974-3470. You can also find me on Instagram too, but I know some people probably don't get on that. And that is Psychic, like the way it's spelled, P-S-C-H-I-C, and then K-I-D _23. And then I can add this to my new information to contact me, because my friend made this website with Garcia 187bluelove.wixsite.com. Trying to think of what else. I know I'm on Twitter, but I don't know that offhand. So if they want to message me, I can give them that other information. And then I'm also on YouTube. There's a few videos on me on there, being on my friend's TV show, but that's all I can think of at the present time.
Thank you so much again, Chris. It was a wonderful having you on the show this evening. I'm getting tongue-tied. And thank you to everyone in Spaced Out Radio, Facebook, Spreaker, Twitter, Paranormal Radio, TalkStream Live, Deep Talk Radio, and wherever else you may be listening in the universe tonight. I had a wonderful time this evening, and it was my pleasure, literally and figuratively, and I can't wait to do it again next weekend on spacedoutradio.com. Until next time, nighty-night, love and light to all my space cases out there, and don't forget, we are all in this together. Together we can make the world a little better, and together, my friends, we own the night. guys have a wonderful week. Don't work too hard. I'll see you back here this next weekend. And if you'd like to join us for the after party, we will be on for a little bit tonight. And that number is 1-970-335-9596. Hope to talk to you guys soon. If I don't, I'll see you next weekend. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
And good night.
The deeper I go, the deeper I fall.